Good afternoon. We're at Johanberg Field on the campus of Mayville State University as we bring you opening round coverage of the 2020 nine-man football playoffs on 99 KMSR. That's 98.9 FM, 1520 AM, also online at 99KMSR.com. I'm Craig Keating. Jim Morowski joins me here this afternoon as the Mayport CG Patriots host the North Prairie Cougars. Jim, about 30 degrees out, give or take. It's a little on the chilly side. It's, I guess, nice to be in the press box anyway.
Yeah, not bad. Gets us out of the wind, that's for sure. We were talking about that a little bit. But, yeah, field looks nice. Bleachers a little icy.
I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to hear the crowd today over the airwaves. We aren't able to open the windows. The windows are frozen shut with ice. There's ice on the bleachers. It's, this is what happens when you have October snow. We're not supposed to have that. No,
we've been pretty lucky over the last few years. We have not had much of that. So, but it'll melt. It's supposed to be in the 40s next week, I'm hearing. So that's good. But, yeah, the field's clear, so that's what matters today.
Yeah, I think just in time for Halloween, maybe the kids will be able to go out without snow and ice, hopefully.
That's right. Well, we're all wearing masks anyway, so what's the difference if it's Halloween or...
Oh, that's a good point.
There you go.
Maybe I'll have to go trick-or-treating this year. Oh, wait, I think I might have a game that day. Anyway.
I got my costume. You got yours ready?
It's just me.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You got to go as a sports broadcaster.
Yeah, why not?
There you go.
Why not? So, Mayport CG here in the opening round. They take on the North Prairie Cougars. It's nine-man football. We also have football this afternoon on 105.5 FM, KMAV, and online at KMAV.com. Dan Keating is in Langdon today. The Langdon Edmore Munich Cardinals are the number one overall seed in the Class A 11-man playoffs. They've won back-to-back state titles. They're looking for yet another. And Thompson Tommies are up there playing Langdon Edmore Munich. Hope to have some score updates for you as the day progresses. We can enter that on KMAV. We're on 99 KMSR today and online at 99KMSR.com. Mayport CG getting ready. Interesting situation, Jim, with Mayport CG with the pandemic and obviously with COVID-19. There have been teams that haven't played as many games, and Mayport CG is an example of that, as they did not get to play last week as they were under quarantine.
Right, and that's we're all kind of curious to see how that affects things. That you have 2 weeks of online practice, if you will. I think that's what they were doing, and so it makes you wonder how that'll play a factor today in the game. We'll see.
Yeah, they did not have an opportunity to practice at all in person. Today was the first day that they could actually be together.
Right.
It's a tough situation.
We talked about that earlier in the year. We were worried about that. We had been pretty lucky. The team itself has been lucky. It hasn't been them. It's been the other team they played had to deal with it. But, we had the same thing happen. So they had to do the 2 weeks. And I think they were doing it by Google Meet is what I was hearing.
That's right.
They were doing their practices that way. So, a lot of times you can still get some things accomplished. And I'm sure Adam had a plan to try to make some things happen and have the guys go through some things on their own. And if they did that, we should be good. Gives them a chance to rest as well. So
it does.
That's the good side of it, is they should be well rested.
Well, the last team Mayport CG played was Lemoore Litchfield Marion a couple weeks ago down in Lemoore. Mm-hmm. The Patriots lost that one 66-36. So it's been a couple of weeks. Meanwhile, Lemoore Litchfield Marion, they didn't play their game last week. They're supposed to play South Border, and South Border called it off. And now Lemoore Litchfield Marion's not playing today because St. John, they have COVID-19 cases up there apparently. And so Lemoore Litchfield Marion gets a bye. So they're going 2 weeks without games. They're going to have actually 3 weeks apart between their two games as they move on in the playoffs. And North Prairie, they were the ones who played St. John last week. So St. John has COVID. North Prairie, they checked with them, and apparently it was okay for them to play today.
Yeah, we were worried about that. So it's kind of playing out, unfortunately, in the playoffs. And it's whatever team overcomes that obstacle is going to come on top. So it's too bad to hear that, but we got football here today.
We do.
That's a good thing. So I'm glad to be here and get to watch a game. So.
Well, we're going to talk about all the matchups going on in the nine-man football playoffs. We'll do that right after this timeout. We're back here on our pregame coverage on 99 KMSR. Craig Keating and Jim Morowski to bring you the game this afternoon. Mayport CG Patriots in action. I'm going to go through these matchups in nine-man, and I'll give you the records of these teams as well. You're going to find there's some teams that have played 9 games, and there's teams that have played 6. Mm-hmm. It's just we've never run into this before. You might have a team that plays 9 and a team that plays 8 or something. But at any rate, they're having the coin toss right now at the 50-yard line. We'll wait and see the result of that. doesn't seem to be all that windy out today.
No, it's pretty nice, and to see pokes of the sun out to the north of us, but it looks fairly dark when you're looking out to the west, so I don't think we're going to see the sun much.
Yeah, I think we're looking at 30 degrees or so today. It's not going to be the warmest day out, but as you said, Jim, we get to see some more football, and we hope the season can continue as long as possible for the Patriots.
Absolutely, absolutely. Anything football is good.
Mayville State, they got some games still ahead of them, too, because there's a couple of games that got postponed due to COVID-19. And
they pushed them back. It's going to be the first time in a long time, I think, that they played games that deep into November. And they're in Aberdeen today.
Yep.
I know they left early yesterday because of the fear of that storm that's down south. Mm-hmm. And so I know they did make it down there, and they should be getting ready to or playing. I'm not positive. I think it was a 2 o'clock start, so they're getting ready. It's good that they're down there and getting some of those games in, too. So
they're going to be able to play the games here in mid-November? That'd be interesting.
That's the plan from what I've read on the schedule. I mean, I think the turf, again, like we talked about already, is going to be helpful because it's a darker green. So obviously if the sun does come out, it's still fairly strong at this time of year. And it's supposed to be, like we talked about a little bit earlier, too, a nice next week. So that'll be helpful. So hopefully we get a few games in for the Comets and get a couple more games in here for the Patriots. And it's all good. Football's good.
There you go. Mayport CG, they're trying to go a little bit farther this year in the playoffs. Last year they lost in the opening round to St. John. And St. John kind of punched them in the mouth. I think a lot of people were shocked by how last year's game went. But you never know. You go back to 2017, Mayport CG was a sub-500 team that got into the third round. That was a fun team to watch.
Any given day.
You just never know.
You never know.
Let's take a look at the nine-man playoff bracket. At the very top of the bracket, Cavalier is your overall number 1 seed. They host Tri-State. Cavalier comes in 9-0, Tri-State at 5-3. Here it's Mayport CG and North Prairie. The Patriots are at 6-1. The Cougars 7-2 on the year and on a 5-game winning streak. Beach is on the road to Divide County. Beach 5-2, Divide County just 5-1. Ray Powers Lake, they're at 5-1. They're at Kidder County today, a 6-1 record for Kidder County. Lemoore Litchfield Marion is the overall number 2 seed of the playoffs. They will get a bye, and St. John had to forfeit. Lemoore Litchfield Marion's record goes to 8-0. Wyndmere Lidgerwood, 7-2, pretty good record for them. But they ended up a 3 seed in the South, so they go up north to take on North Border. 7-1 is North Border's record, their lone loss to Cavalier. TGU, Towner Granville Upham, they're at 4-4, the worst record of all the teams in the playoffs. They're on the road to Grant County Flasher, who's 7-1. Linton HMB comes in 5-2 on the year. They're at 7-1 Surrey. That's in 9-man. Class A 11-man today. Game that you can hear right now on 105.5 FM KMAV. They had a 1 o'clock kickoff today. The Thompson Tommies at 4-2. They're at the Langdon area Edmore Munich Cardinals, 9-0, and the overall number 1 seed of the playoffs in Class A. Carrington, they're 5-4. They're at Oaks, 6-1 on the year. Kenmare Bowbells Burke Central, they're 4-4 on the year, and they're at Shiloh Christian, who's 6-2. A couple of 7-2 teams score off today in Minot as Bishop Ryan hosts Killdeer. Harvey Wells County, a 4-4 mark for them. They're at 6-0 in Lisbon. Sargent County's at 4-2 on the year, and they're at Grafton, who's 7-2. Bowman County comes in 5-2 today. They're at unbeaten Velva. They're 8-0 on the year. And Dickinson Trinity with a 6-2 mark hosts Nedrose at 5-4. We'll try to get you as many score updates on those games as we can as the day transpires. I think a lot of those games are 1 o'clock, 1:30 kickoffs. I don't think there's too many that kick off at 2, so we might be a little bit later game anyway.
A lot of familiar names that you rattled off there, too. So there's a couple that I haven't heard of, but the familiar names in the playoffs.
It's that whole tradition factor.
Yep.
You know, it kind of just breeds winning breeds winning, I guess, is what it comes down to.
Oh, it absolutely does. You get like look at Mayport CG. You get a couple teams that come in and do some things, and then all of a sudden you get a few extra 3, 4, or 5 extra guys come out because they want to be a part of it. And at a small school like Mayport CG, that's a big deal, And then you pull a couple athletes that maybe would have been playing hockey a little bit, and now they're coming in and contributing. Makes a big factor in a small school. So it's good. That's how it works.
Well, I mentioned another game that's on the air right now. Thompson is at Langdon Edmore Munich. Thompson is trailing in the second quarter 24-0. Now, our plan is to follow Mayport CG and Thompson as far as they go in the playoffs. Should one or both teams be eliminated today, will follow Hillsborough Central Valley starting next week in their opening round. Class AA starts next week in the playoffs. Burroughs finished the regular season today. They're at Valley City. The coin toss was won by North Prairie. They deferred. So the Patriots will receive. They will defend the west end zone as we get things going this afternoon with a 2 o'clock kickoff. We're going to take a break. Coaches' comments are next. It's time for our Coaches' Comments portion of the pregame show. Dan Keating yesterday spoke with both our head coaches, Josh Keller of North Prairie and Adam Sola of Mayport CG.
Visiting on the pregame show, talking with North Prairie Cougars football coach Josh Keller. And first off, Josh, pretty good season for you guys this year.
Yeah, I thought we improved immensely from week 1 to, last week. And, the guys really brought a hard-working attitude to practice, and it shows in the game. So happy to still be playing.
Cavalier was your region champ, and maybe the surprise team up there this year was North Border.
Yeah, North Border, coming into this year, really improved their squad quite a bit. They were a very senior-heavy team. I think they had guys that have been playing for 2-3 years, and Archie really did a great job with those kids. And, they're very physical and they play very hard. So, they did a wonderful job.
For you guys on offense, you like to run it, you like to throw it, a little bit of both? Or?
I think at our core, we like to be a running team. But, running the ball effectively, I think really sets up our play action game, and I think that's kind of what's taken our offense to the next level, is that, when we can run the ball effectively with, Andre and Xavier and Tyrell, we can get those guys going. It really opens up our play action game with our tight ends and our receivers. I think it's very difficult at the high school level to ask those linebackers to come downhill in the run game, but they also got to either cover the flats or cover that tight end, who's coming out at them. So when we can be balanced, I think is when we're at our best.
Some players, be it offense or defense, that got to lead the way and get things done for you.
Well, in any football contest, I think it starts up front. If our offensive defensive line can take care of business, I think it makes it a lot easier for the rest of the team to get going. But obviously you need big games out of your best players, and we've got 6 seniors on the team who kind of lead us in all aspects. So, we're going to count on those 6 seniors to lead us on Saturday.
Yeah, the 6 seniors, and it looks like a sophomore and a freshman kind of, maybe 2 sophomores and a freshman kind of round out everything else for you.
Yeah, we Isaac Herbal's a sophomore, plays for us, and Nate Tosted's, he's a big kid, and he's sure improved a lot since the first game of the year. But yeah, in any successful football team, it's typically your junior and senior class that make up your team. And we really rely on, I'd say, heavily on our 6 seniors to kind of lead us.
Come down to Mayville to play Mayport CG. What are your concerns about the Patriots?
They're very explosive offensively. They can really score on. It can be one play and they can score. Their quarterback is very dynamic, both running and throwing the ball. They've got a good sophomore running back. They've got some very athletic receivers. So they're kind of an offensive juggernaut. So we're going to have our hands full on defense, stopping them.
Yeah, they've scored a lot, and at times they do give up some points too.
Yeah, it's high school football, and they've got kids playing both ways, as do we. So I guess sometimes if they're running up and down the field, they score a lot of points. Maybe they give some up too.
Josh, appreciate the time. Best of luck to the Cougars.
Thank you.
Josh Keller with us, coach of the North Prairie Cougars football team. Talking on the pregame show, Adam Sola with us, coach of the Mayport CG Patriots. Well, you guys had to take last week off, so you've had some time to get ready. You play North Prairie today.
Yeah, we've had a lot of time to watch film and get film in with the boys. That's kind of been the only way that we've been able to prep until today. We were able to get out onto the field this morning and do some run-throughs and be able to put, our video study into work and into play here. So I'm hoping come first quarter we're not too rusty and we're ready to go.
North Prairie, it seems like year in and year out, they're usually in the playoffs and come down and have a fairly decent team.
They are, they don't have a whole lot of size on their team, but they make up for that in athleticism. They've got a real good quarterback. Elick does a really good job of managing the game and being able to find holes. I'd say he's a very similar style to like Sawyer, and being able to run, up the middle and get outside and get into space and create some separation. They've got a real good running back in Mitchell too, that we're going to have to definitely keep track of. And those two seniors have been a lot of their offense this year. And they're both key players on defense as well. And you mix that in with Mears as well at tight end. And they're definitely a team that can give you some different threats that we're going to have to keep track of this week.
Mentioned the toughest part for you guys is you haven't been able to get together as a team, and you won't until tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. We, as a team, we've been doing a lot of stuff online and making sure that we're studying formations and making sure that we know our responsibilities against their defenses. We've had a pretty good look at film as far as I think what they're going to run against us on offense. And so it's been a lot of, okay, what's your responsibility? What's your route? What's your decision making look like here? And so it was definitely good to be able to get out as a team this morning and move around.
Well, I bet it was, yeah. Just, you've had a great season to this point, and now you got to take it one game at a time.
Yeah, and we mentioned that here a couple of weeks ago. We got to start treating every week as a playoff game and start getting into that playoff mentality. And of course, we didn't see the cancellation against Maple Valley Enderlin coming, but we just kind of got to roll with it. It's you got to be flexible. You got to be able to adapt to what we're given and only control the things that we can control, and that's what we're going to try and do today.
Everybody, I would guess by now, should be rested up and had a chance to heal up some of the bangs and bumps and bruises.
Yeah, I think for the first time this year, we're going to be able to have everybody that's on the roster dressed and be able to play, and I'm excited about that. We've got a couple of guys that haven't played all year that are going to be able to play, and it's going to be fun to see them out on the field today.
I guess that's maybe the one of the silver linings of not being able to go out and play and do some things.
Yeah, who knows? Watching film against Maple Valley, they were a real physical game. So, we definitely didn't get any injuries last week or get beat up. And, you get a little bit of a break and hopefully refresh a little bit and take care of some of those lagging injuries that happen at this time of the year. Kind of 9-man football in North Dakota turns into kind of a battle of attrition that way, and who can stay healthy and who's not this time of year sometimes.
You got some seniors that I'm sure want to keep their season going.
Yeah, that's definitely something we're going to talk about today, and just making sure that we get to extend those guys' careers a little bit, and for the underclassmen to try and keep those guys around. We've got a real good core of leaders at different position groups, and we want those guys to be around as long as possible and see them on the field as long as we can.
Adam, appreciate the time. Best of luck to the Patriots.
All right. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it.
Adam Sola with us, coach of the Mayport CG Patriots football team.
They're back here at Droneberg Field. As you heard both interviews, Josh Keller, the coach of the North Prairie Cougars, Adam Sola, coach of the Mayport CG Patriots. Kickoff comes your way in a few minutes. We're actually approaching 2 o'clock. You're listening to 99 KMSR, 98.9 FM Mayville, and 1520 AM in the Red River Valley. Got a halftime score, other game that's on the air today over on KMAV 105.5 FM. They're at halftime. Langdon Edmore Munich leads Thompson 30-6. Bringing the starting lineups are brought to you by Findlay Motors and Findlay Motorsports. Visitors on the scoreboard of the North Prairie Cougars. They come in a record of 7-2. Let's take a look at them defensively. Here with Logan Elick. He is a 5'10", 150-pound senior free safety. Andre Elick is at a cornerback spot, 5'10", 150, and a senior. Nick Mears is a 5'11", 165-pound sophomore. They'll go with Tyrell Yoder on the defensive line, 5'9", 165, and a junior. At a linebacker spot is Xavier Mitchell, 5'10", 175, and a senior. Cade McLeod's a linebacker, 5'9", 175, and a senior. Also at linebacker is Jake Mitchell, 6'1", 185, and a senior. On the D-line, Isaac Herbel, he's a 6 foot, 185-pound sophomore, and Holden Grant is a 6'1", 175-pound senior. They're coached by Josh Keller, assisted by Tori Danielson, Jaden Pfeiffer, and Eli Luna. And we're bringing the lineup for the Patriots on offense right after this from Findlay Motorsports. And for Mayport CG, they come in a record of 6-1 on the year. They will be on offense to get us going this afternoon. Let's take a look at the offense. Quarterback is Sawyer Satram, 6'2", 185-pound senior. At running back is Christian Cantori, 6 foot, 185-pound senior. You'll see Logan Kruger at a wideout, 5'10", 165, and a senior. Josh Weaver at a wideout, 5'10", 140, and a senior. Ethan Bergstrom, he'll kind of float between a running back and a wide receiver. He's 5'9", 150, and a sophomore. On the offensive line, you got Lucas Fugelberg, 6 foot, 170, and a sophomore. Andrew Arsvold, 6'1", 175, also a sophomore. Zach Cavili, a 6'1", 225-pound junior. And at a tight end is Jordan Evans, 6'3", 205, and a senior. Patriots are coached by Adam Sola, assisted by Taylor Kunkel, Jacob Hansen, and Mike Bradner. We're about ready to go here with high school football on 99 KMSR. Just had the playing of the national anthem. Well, pretty good crowd. Looks like North Prairie traveled all right. I mean, they had quite a drive to get up from that Rolla, Rolette, probably Wolford area, Rock Lake.
Yeah, they do have a nice crowd, but no, they didn't get as much snow up there. You guys can keep it down south. So,
isn't that something? We didn't get any snow out of that last storm we were supposed to get.
I'm okay with that. I have my plow on, but I'd rather not use it.
Oh, I hear you there. Again, Thompson down 30-6 at halftime in their playoff game in Class A. That game is on KMAV 105.5 FM. Again, the coin toss was won by the Cougars, and they deferred, so they will kick it off. Mayport CG will receive the opening kickoff. Jake Hutter is the deep man to return, standing around the 25-yard line.
Yeah, he's not very deep, so I'm wondering if they're anticipating some type of squib kick or something here. Yeah, they are.
It's an onside, and it bounces around. Walker McGillis right there at the 45-yard line comes down with it.
Must have saw some of that on the tape that Coach Sola was talking about in the pregame because they were ready for that.
Take that back. There was Andrew Arsvold who came up with the football at about the 45-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 43-yard line, so that is where we'll get things started this afternoon. Patriots at the 43-yard line. Mayport CG fans across the way. Patriots in the red with the navy pants, red and white trim, red helmets. Cougars wearing white with the black pants and purple trim, purple helmets. And they go straight ahead with it up the gut. And it looks like they maybe got no gain on the quarterback keeper. Tosted was there defensively. Nate Tosted for North Prairie.
And Coach Keller talked about that in his pregame with the lineman, and he is a big fella. What is he listed as? He's 6'4", 250. So he's a big load in the middle. So anything up the middle is going to be tough today. It's going to, like he said, come down to the lineman.
And he's just a freshman. And they're going to go with a end around play up to not quite midfield. Carrying the football was Noah Mayhus, a sophomore, 5'10", 150-pound sophomore for the Patriots. Gain of about 5. So a 1-yard gain for Satram, a 5-yard gain for Mayhus, and the Patriots have a 3rd and 4 coming.
3rd and 4 for the Patriots.
Now, Patriots with a win, they would either end up at Cavalier or hosting Tri-State next Saturday. Shotgun set, single receiver left, 2 right. They'll hand off for Cantori. Pushes his way across midfield down.
He's
and
close.
This looks like it might be a first down. Yep, they're pointing first down. So they get the ball to the 47 of North Prairie, a gain of 4 on the run. First carry for Cantori.
I see them using him a little bit more today. He's a little bit bigger of a load, soften up these linebackers a little bit and then counter.
4 receivers are going to go shotgun. They've got Evans and Kruger on the near side. Bergstrom and Gavin Muse on the far side. Back to throw.
He's got him.
Satcham, a deep ball down the left side of the field, and
you got to throw the flag. Yeah,
and here comes the flag. It's going to be pass interference. You're right. Bergstrom had it measured, and he was pulled back a little bit early.
Yeah. They were trying to pull the flag, but he couldn't find it. With it being cold, I'm sure it was tucked away a little bit, but, yeah, it was definitely a penalty there.
There's a free safety, Logan Elick, who's called for the interference, a 15-yard penalty. And a first down for Mayport CG. It's their second first down of the drive.
And nice ball. I like to watch that first couple throws, and that was a nice ball there too. So you like seeing that out of the hands.
Well, it was a perfect throw. If there was no interference, I'm pretty sure he catches it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Trips right. Ball is down at the 32 now. First and 10 for the Patriots. They had Cantori in motion. They fake the pass to him, and it's a quarterback keeper. And they're going to get maybe a yard, and that's about it to the 31. 2 carries for 2 yards for Sawyer Satcham. 9:43 to go first quarter. We're just underway. High school football on 99 KMSR, 98.9 FM in the Mayville, Portland area, and 1520 AM up and down the valley. Trips right, single receiver left. They'll put Kruger alone on the left side and load up the right. Shotgun set. 2nd and 9 at the North Prairie 31. Man in motion. They'll flip the ball. Trying to come around is Bergstrom. He's across 30, 25, 20. Down the sideline, 15, 10, 5, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, great blocking.
9:13 to go first quarter, and it's a 6-0 lead for Mayport CG.
That was a perfect play setup. He waited and was patient for his lineman to get out there and turn the corner, and I don't think he was touched.
I don't think so either. That was a nice little 31-yard gain for the touchdown. Patriots get 3 first downs on the drive. They go 57 yards on the drive. Twins right, 1 receiver left. Shotgun. And the quarterback keeper straight ahead and in for a 2-point conversion to Sawyer Satcham. 9:13 to play in the first quarter on the Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard. It's the Patriots 8 and the Cougars nothing. And the Patriots get on the board. A 57-yard drive capped off on a 31-yard run by Ethan Bergstrom for the touchdown. Sawyer Satcham with a 2-point conversion. And it's 8-0 Mayport CG. 9:13 to go in the first quarter. So the Patriots will kick it off.
We'll see how North Prairie responds. I don't think they've played a team quite like Mayport CG, so see how they respond when they get the ball.
Walker McGillis on the kick, and he's trying to go the short way. Bounce at the 40. It comes loose, and the Patriots have it.
Yeah, we did. Number 6 picked it up.
It's Jay Cutter.
Was it? There you go. 20.
Yeah,
there you
Jay
go.
Cutter scooped it up.
Way to get downfield. I don't think that was intended.
Bounced, yeah, well, it went. The player tried to go for it, and it went off his fingertip, it looked like, and it managed to stay in bounds. The Patriots recover an onside kick. And that's not your typical onside kick where you're trying to kick it around 10 yards. He actually kicked it over the top of the front line.
Right, yeah. And I questioned if he intended to do that, but it worked.
Find out later.
That's right.
Patriots are going to start at the North Prairie 36-yard line with 9:12 to go in the first quarter. So the Patriots on offense already again. 2 receivers short left, 1 wide to the right. Back to throw. Satcham being chased. There's a flag. He'll throw it down the right side of the field, incomplete. And the flag is back around the line of scrimmage on the far side of the field. Really, the ball was kind of intended for Ethan Bergstrom, but he was not in the vicinity. Logan Elick was the man on the coverage, and he was the only one even near the ball.
Yeah, it was a broken play, and after the play, you could see Sawyer pointing to go go deep, but he was trying to make something happen with that. But
illegal man downfield, yeah. So that'll back things up. Oh, they declined it. It'll be 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10 for the Patriots. So since it was declined, that goes down as a pass attempt. So Sawyer Satcham is 0 for 1. Up the line, the Patriots here, 2nd and 10 at the North Prairie 36-yard line. Patriots have the 8-0 lead. 9:04 to go first quarter. Single receiver each way. They'll put a man in motion. That's Noah Mayhus, and he comes around, takes the ball from the quarterback. He'll come around 35, 30,
nice block
25, 20, and he got tripped up at the end of the play. Here comes a flag at the very end of the play.
At the 15-yard line,
but that should come after the first down occurred.
And my eyes below the waist. Yeah, I was just going to say it looked like it was a nice block, but he hit him below his knees first.
Penalty is block below the waist.
Coach Sola is going to talk with one of the officials. So block below the waist. The flag sits at the 25. So they'll walk it off to the 40, 15-yard penalty.
I believe that's the same way in college now, too. You have to start up top, and then you can go low. You can't go low right away.
Mm-hmm. So that negates they had pretty good gain. They would have had a first down on Noah Mayhus's run.
And is Noah one of the guys that's back? Is he? You know, Coach Sola talked about a couple guys coming back.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't called his name much.
No, we have not. Cantori gets caught in the backfield here on a handoff. Be a loss of about 2 to the 42-yard line.
By a couple of Cougars led by number 11, Kate McLeod.
So now you got third and we're going to call it about 16.
17.
Little slow coming out of the huddle here. I don't know what they're doing.
No, neither.
Better hurry it up.
Yeah, about 4 on the play clock. See if they get a play or not.
No, they won't get it off.
So a delay of game, which will back them up and make it 3rd and 21.
Flag on the field.
So the Patriots pick up their second penalty.
Delay of game.
They're still across midfield. They're now at the North Prairie 47-yard line. 8 minutes to go, first quarter, 8-0. Mayport CG leads North Prairie.
Here comes. I'm feeling tight end on this side.
Back to throw.
He was there if he wanted it.
Satcham wants a deep ball down the field, and it's
Nice catch.
held on by Kruger as he fell down around the 10-yard line, a first down.
Beauty of a catch and throw there.
I thought there was some pretty good coverage down there as well. I believe it was Andre Elick.
Well, you can't cover any better than that. It was just a phenomenal catch.
All the way down to the 12-yard line. That's a 35-yard completion and a first down for Mayport CG.
And for North Prairie, they had Mayport right where they wanted him, and I mean, he couldn't have covered him any better. That was good coverage, just a better catch.
1st and 10 at the North Prairie 12. Patriots in the red zone. Taking off on his own, the quarterback left side to the 10, and he's pulled out of bounds near the 5-yard line.
Thrown out of bounds at the 6.
See where they mark it. Looks to be about a 6-yard carry, so it'll be 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 for the Patriots.
Sawyer Satcham thus far, 3 carries at quarterback for a total of 8 yards. I'm told that Noah's been hurt with a hip flexor injury.
Okay. So he may very well is one of those guys that Coach was talking about, excited to get back, and he's already made an impact.
7:26 to go, first quarter, 2nd and 4 for the Patriots at the North Prairie 6. They'll go an inside handoff. Cantori bounces off a tackler, and now he breaks free again. He's going to dive to the pylon, and he's in for the touchdown.
That was all effort.
Tell you what, Cantori could have been stopped for about a 1-yard gain on the play, but he muscled his way to the goal line for a 6-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, phenomenal effort by him.
And the Patriots take a 14-0 lead, 7:16 to play in the first quarter.
It definitely it's a playoff feel, you know, and we know it is a playoff, but you know there's definitely a difference in it. You can feel it. You're flying around, blocking downfield as they always do, but you're seeing white team on the ground a lot today already. So it's good on them.
I'm sure these guys are just anxious to finally get back on the field and play somebody.
Oh, absolutely.
Split backs here, going for 2. They hand off. Bergstrom, he's got some room to his left. Now the ball comes free in the end zone, and they will not get the 2-point conversion. 7:16 to play first quarter on the Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard. Mayport CG 14, North Prairie nothing. And the Patriots have a 14-0 lead already in this one, Jim, as North Prairie has not yet been on offense.
Yeah, they have not touched the ball with 7:16 left, which is amazing. Exactly the way they wanted that to happen.
Patriots, they score on a 36-yard drive. They get a 6-yard run from Cantori. The run for 2 failed. So 14-0 is our score. Advantage belongs to Mayport CG. 7:16 on the clock in the opening quarter. And we get the kick from McGillis, end over end. And Elick's going to have it at the 25. Andre Elick to the 30, 35. Outside of a tackler. Takes off left side near the 40 and finally wrapped up. Gavin Muse was in there defensively. And the other guy there was Noah Mayhus for the Patriots. So North Prairie is going to be on offense for the first time today.
Good field position.
Football is at the 44. 7:08 to go in the first quarter. Patriots 14, Cougars nothing. Winner will go more than likely to Cavalier next week unless Cavalier gets upset by Tri-State. If Tri-State were to win that game, we're back here next Saturday. If the Patriots win, of course. Pitch back, taking off right side.
Block in the back. That's going to come back regardless of what.
We'll get a flag coming in on the run by Xavier Mitchell. And he's going to be a guy to watch for. There's a write-up by Tom Miller in the Grand Forks Herald about Xavier Mitchell. And he had last year he had 2,000 all-purpose yards. So block in the back. Flag was at about the 47-yard line. So they're going to walk it off. And the football is going to end up at the 37-yard line, a 10-yard penalty on North Prairie. Their second penalty, totaling 25 yards.
And Mayport will have to keep him in between the dashes. If he gets outside, he's just like Sawyer. He's got some speed. So they'll have to keep those ends need to contain.
Twins left. Twins right as well. Shotgun set for North Prairie. Their quarterback is Andre Elick. Man in motion, Logan Elick. Back to throw, Andre Elick. Short pass, and it's caught on the left side by the running back, Mitchell. And he's spun to the ground by Cantori at the 40-yard line. It's going to go for a gain of 3 yards.
And it was a nice setup play, but just a great reaction on the defense. Stayed home.
So it's going to be second and about 14 for North Prairie. Andre Elick at quarterback. He's a senior, 5'10", 150 pounds. So the Cougars break out of the huddle, head up to the line. They've got Logan Elick at a wideout, I formation. Now they'll send him in motion. Pitch back, Mitchell has a lead blocker. Mitchell trying to look around, and he's going to be brought down at the 40-yard line for basically no gain on the play, as Noah Mayhus was right there. They'll give him a short gain.
Yeah.
It'll be near the 41. So we'll call it a yard for Xavier Mitchell. One of the things we've talked about in recent weeks is the Patriots are putting the time in, practicing, trying to improve their running game, or trying to improve their tackling.
Their tackling, yeah. It seems like the work's paying off because they're definitely coming in and doing a little bit better form tackling. And we talked, like you said, about you can't tackle people up high, and they're doing a good job getting them down quick.
They got 5 wideouts here. There's a high snap. Back to throw. He's going to go for the deep ball down the field, and it's out of reach for Mitchell. Here comes a flag. I'm not sure he would have been able to catch it either. It was a little out of reach, but Bergstrom's going to get called for the pass interference on a first down coming for North Prairie, their first of the game. So 15-yard penalty on the Patriots. They have picked up 35 yards on 3 penalties. 14-0 is our score. Patriots have the lead over the Cougars. Well, the ball is set down at the Mayport CG 44-yard line, and for the first time today, the Cougars have the football in Patriot territory. By the way, Jim, Sue Morowski says she's enjoying the game on the radio and says hi to you.
Oh, they're very good. I have one fan.
Just one? That's it? Back to
She's biased.
Under pressure. Good pressure from Bergstrom, and he gets him down.
Big sack.
Holy
And a flag came in from way across the field.
Now we'll see what this is, but.
And I'm wondering if he's going to call a face mask.
They mark it at the 42, which would be a tremendous loss of yardage.
Picked it up.
They picked up the flag. No flag. That's a 14-yard loss on the quarterback sack. Wow.
They're looking to try to do that little screen again, and when the quarterback looked, there was nobody there, and so by that time, Patriots were right on him. So,
nice job by Bergstrom on the quarterback sack, getting Andre Elick for a huge loss, 14-yard loss, and now it's 2nd and 24, back at the 42-yard line. They hand off Mitchell. The ball is loose, and the Patriots have it. Christian Cantori wraps up the football, and the Patriots have it at the North Prairie 46-yard line. So the
he broke free from the first Mayville defender, and next guy poked it out.
Mitchell had the ball popped out from behind, picked up about 4 yards, and then lost it. And it's picked up by Christian Cantori. Mayport CG football, 4:56 to go in the first quarter. Patriots up 14-0, and they're back on offense.
And we never did talk about which team's going to take advantage of the mistakes and turnovers. And right now, here's another chance for them to jump up. They already got one extra set of downs with that.
And we're going to get a timeout.
Kick.
You bet. Timeout here for North Prairie. Brought to you on 99 KMSR by Viking Insurance and Realty in Mayville. And we'll be right back with more from Jerome Berg Field on the campus of Mayville State University. And timeout was called by the Cougars, their first timeout of the day. Well, with the Patriots, Jim, things have gone about as well as they can so far.
Yeah, I think Adam's going to be pleased, with what's happened. They're getting some extra chances. We're seeing some names being called that haven't been played, and they're contributing right away. So let's see what they can do now.
Ball at the North Prairie 44. Play action. Deep pass down the right side. Kruger's open. Oh, it's just beyond his reach. That would have been 6 points.
Yeah, he was by himself. The D-back was going the other direction.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Mayport CG. Here in the early going, Sawyer Satram is 1 for 3 passing for 35 yards. He found Kruger earlier. So it's 2nd and 10 at the North Prairie 46-yard line. We'll keep you posted on other scores in the 9-man football playoffs and the Class A playoffs as well. You can hear Thompson and Langdon Edmore Munich on KMAV this afternoon. Quarterback keeper, and this is going to be a loss back to the 48-yard line, a 2-yard loss.
Gran was in there really early, number 30.
6 yards on 4 carries for the quarterback.
13 and 11. Or 3rd and 11.
3rd and about 12 here for the Patriots. Football is at the Cougar 48-yard line. Chilly, around 30 degrees outside today.
Yeah, I had to break the little jacket out. That's the first time this year.
I am thankful to be in the press box, at least, that's for sure. Trips left, back to throw. On the run to his left, pass left side. Caught by Bergstrom, and did he hang on? He did. Covered by Logan Elick, but Bergstrom able to haul it in. So first down for Mayport CG. It's their 6th first down already.
And another nice pass, but again, that's the athletic ability of Sawyer. He had somebody in his face. He was able to elude him and take off left and make a nice pass, nice catch.
21 yards on the completion. Sawyer Satram's 2 for 4 passing for 56. First catch of the day for Ethan Bergstrom.
And what it looks like North Prairie's doing is on what looks like a pass play, they're putting in their smaller defensive linemen. They're taking their big guys out, and that's who's getting in right now. Now they put their big boys back in.
1st and 10 at the 27. Satram wants to take off right side. He's got a couple lead blockers. He's going to push his way to about the 22, maybe 5 yards.
And even if that's not a big gain, it's going to stretch them out, make them think about we have to contain him, we have to honor what Sawyer can do, which is obviously they're going to have to, otherwise he's going to burn you. But that opens up everything else for Coach Solo now too.
So a gain of about 4. They mark it at the 23-yard line. Satram 10 yards on the ground, 5 carries at quarterback. Twins right, 1 left from the shotgun. They fake the handoff to Cantori. Big hole, Satram. He's down to the 10. 5 cuts left, nothing but blue in the end zone as he gets the touchdown and another 6 points for the Patriots. They go up 20-0 with 2:48 to go in the first quarter.
Exactly the way if Solo could have written it up. He maybe couldn't have written it up this good. So Patriots are off to a good start.
So 23-yard run. Patriots 7 first downs already in this ball game to 1 for North Prairie. So the Patriots will go for 2.
It's just a matter of time, with Satcham. Like he looks at his angles and nobody there, and the young man on D-back didn't have a chance until probably 20 yards downfield, and Sawyer made a move, and that's what I would have probably looked like trying to tackle him too.
Cantori around the left side, try to stiff arm, and this is going to be close. They're saying he's in for the 2-point conversion.
He is running hard. I like the tenacity he has. You can see it from here. He's laying it out.
So Cantori gets the 2-point conversion. And on the Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard, Mayport CG 22, North Prairie nothing, 2:48 to go in quarter number 1 here on 99 KMSR. Well, we're still in the first quarter, and the Patriots have already put up 3 touchdowns. 22-0 is the score. 2:48 to go in the first quarter. Patriots had a shortened field yet again. After the fumble recovery, Christian Cantori recovered the fumble. The Patriots go 46 yards on the drive to get a 23-yard run from the quarterback, Satcham. Cantori with the 2-point conversion.
Cantori's one of those seniors. You can tell this could be his last game. Don't want it to be your last game. Lay it all out there.
And if they win, they may end up playing Cavalier, the number 1 overall seed. That'd be
what they're playing.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be a matchup. You want to play a team like that. On the return, the Cougars get it to about the 46-yard line. Mitchell Lease on the return, and a pretty good return at that. About 15, maybe 17-yard return.
Coach is going to go back to that onside kick because it tends to be where the ball's ended up anyway, so you may as well have a chance of getting the ball.
So North Prairie's on offense for the second time. Last time they started at the 44. This time they're at the 46. And the Cougars turned over the ball their first time on offense today. 1st and 10 from the shotgun. Quarterback draw play, a little bit of room out to midfield. And
nice tackle.
That's a nice open field tackle by Sawyer Satcham.
Healy on the carry. He's brought down after a short gain by Sawyer Satcham.
Be a gain of about 4. Quarterback Andre Elick with the carry. He had that 14-yard loss on the last drive on the quarterback sack from Bergstrom. Thompson playing Langdon Edmore Munich in our other game this afternoon. You can hear that on 105.5 FM KMAV. Thompson was down 30-6 at halftime in that game. Back to throw, pass, Mitchell at midfield to the 45-40. And he's brought down by Satcham, but not before a first down to about the 36-yard line.
That was the first time I think he took the ball under center that time, too. So
second time.
Was it okay?
Yep. Ball's at the Patriot 36-yard line. So it's a gain of 14 on the play. And for the quarterback, 2 for 2 for 17 yards total. Mitchell caught both passes. Andre Elick at quarterback from the gun. Snap was a little bit high. He's able to haul it in. He'll take off. He's down to the 30. 25 breaks free, and he's down the sideline. There he goes. 10-5 touchdown. And North Prairie is on the board on an Andre Elick 36-yard run. It's 22-6.
36-yard touchdown run. Andre Elick.
And Andre Elick now in positive yardage on the ground. Getting a 36-yard run for the touchdown. And that's the kind of thing the Cougars are looking for. Just to get on the board here. It's their third first down of the ball game as well.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed to do. Nice outside run play. He, like we talked about earlier, he's an athlete. Got the corner and was never touched.
Minute 23 on the clock in the first quarter. A lot of scoring. Typical of Mayport CG in 2020. Quarterback keeper started left, now trying to go back up the middle, and he might be just short. Waiting for the signal. No good.
No good. Yep.
Minute 23 to go first quarter on the Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard. Mayport CG 22, North Prairie 6. So North Prairie is on the board. Cougars go 54 yards on the drive. They score on a 36-yard run by the quarterback Andre Elick, and the run failed on the 2-point try. So with a minute 23 to go in the first quarter, well, we've already seen 28 points scored. Patriots lead 22-6 over North Prairie.
And he has the ball set to do another onside kick looking towards the Mayport CG. Another guy kicked it. There you
Sure
go.
enough, he zipped that one.
Yeah.
But it was right there in the breadbasket for Arsvold. That's how you play it, too. He was right there, went to his knees immediately and just waited for the ball to roll to him because the ball didn't take any weird hops or anything. It was just kind of a line drive end over end.
And that's the disadvantage to a kicker with turf is you don't always get that funky roll they're looking for in that bounce. But
well, if we keep having these onside kick attempts, we're going to have a ton of points because nobody's going to have a long distance to go down the field.
Right.
So the Patriots are at midfield to start the drive, leading 22-6. Twins right, one left. Cantori, who's beside the quarterback to his left, moves over to his right. Now they'll hand it off for Cantori, trying to push his way through. And the ball loose.
Well, so this down.
And he was down on the play. It's ruled that he's down. The ball ended up with the Cougars, but Patriots will keep it. Gain of 1.
All the referees on the sideline thought that was a fumble, but
yep. Well, I mean, it's all about your vantage point, of course.
That's right.
37-6. Thompson is trailing in their game to Langdon Edmore Munich. That game's on KMAV right now. 2nd and 9 for the Patriots. They set up the right side with some receivers. Now they're going to put Mayhus in motion. He just about fell down trying to wrap around, take the handoff, and now the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Cougars. Cade McLeod, the linebacker, comes up with a football.
That'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
So a turnover for the Patriots. Cade McLeod comes up with the football for North Prairie. That comes with 48 seconds to go in the first quarter. So the ball goes back to North Prairie. They'll be at the Mayport CG 48, their best starting field position. Each team now has a turnover. Under center, split backs. Andre Elick, play action. Fires it right side, has a man, incomplete. Kind of got turned around. Mitchell was the intended target, but he got turned around the other way, and I think the ball just wasn't quite where it needed to be.
Yeah, Sawyer had a better chance at that than the receiver did, but
41 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Mayport CG now on defense, leading 22-6 over North Prairie, opening round of the 9-man playoffs. Andre Elick at quarterback, 2 for 3 this afternoon for 17 yards. He's found Mitchell twice. Another high snap. Elick wants to take off, and he is going to make his way to about the 47-yard line before being stopped on the play by Ethan Bergstrom and Logan Kruger.
right now Cantori is changing the offense for them because he is blowing up the linemen, and the quarterback has nothing to do with the intended play. If he continues to do that, they're going to have to figure that out. But, you know, good on Cantori. He is flying through the line right now.
Single receiver each way, shotgun formation. 5 seconds to go, clock rolling. There's the snap. Looking left side, and Andre Elick loses the football. I think he might have landed back on the ball. He did, and he actually gained a few yards out of it to the 43-yard line, so give him a 4-yard gain.
He's gained him about 4. That'll bring up a 4th and 5.
So now it's 4th and 5, and we're at the end of the first quarter. One in the books on the Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard. It's Mayport CG 22, North Prairie 6 on 99 KMSR. Well, we're through a quarter of play, and the score is Mayport CG 22, North Prairie 6.
And I kind of look at this as a big play here. You know, 4th and about 5. Does the defense stand up and get a turnover, or does the offense keep rolling? This, I think, is a big play.
Well, North Prairie, they had the last score. I think they're looking for some momentum. Patriots, if they can stop them here.
Right, and that's what I mean for Mayport. I mean, they want to stop the momentum, and this is, you know, 4th and 5. You'd hope they can stop. It's at midfield.
Split back set. Andre Elick under center. Play action. He'll fire right side. He overthrew it. Wanted to go again to Mitchell. That's the only guy he's really targeted.
And he was open, just overthrew him a little bit, but that's good for Mayport. That's exactly what they needed to do, was stop that momentum, and now they can get rolling again. And
so it is a turnover on downs. Patriots will have the football at their own 43-yard line, leading by 16, 5 seconds into the second quarter. Patriots are out of the huddle. Again, they're going to load up one side. They're going to go trips right. From the shotgun, Satcham takes kind of a low snap. Satcham looks to his left, wants to take off. Got a nice block from Cantori, and from Evans. The ball came loose and picked up by Jordan Evans.
It's a lot of fumbles all of a sudden. I don't know if the ball's slick or they just punching the ball out well. I'm not sure.
It shouldn't be slick.
Well, like I said a couple games ago, I know, when it gets this cold, a ball can get slick just because it is so cold. Well, that's a lot of footballs on the ground, so I don't know if that's what it is or if they're just good at punching the ball out on both sides.
So it's 2nd and 9 for the Patriots. They're at the 44-yard line. They got 1 yard out of that run from Sawyer Satcham, and then Evans recovered the fumble. 2 receivers right from the shotgun. They'll hand it off. Bergstrom gets to about the 48-yard line before being brought down. Went straight ahead on the play.
Right, Mitchell got him there. Back to the football, though. We used to have that happen. I went through high school up in Alaska, and so we always played in the snow. And we played with a rubber ball because of that. And I punted, and so I'd never like to catch a leather ball when it was icy like this and cold because it does get slick. And that may be playing a factor today with all the fumbles we're seeing.
Right around 30 degrees, cloudy here at Jerome Berg Field. I think Patriots want a timeout. They're trying to get lined up and maybe a little confusion or whatever it was, but they want to talk things over. 10:50 to go in the first half. Patriots lead 22-6 over the Cougars. Timeout brought to you by Viking Insurance and Realty in Mayville. Timeout was called by Mayport CG. Patriots used their first timeout of the ball game. 22-6 is our score. Patriots have the lead.
All right, trips right, 1 left.
Back to throw. Satcham has some time. Left side caught Kruger. 42 down the 40, 35. And he's brought down just beyond the 35-yard line for a first down.
I think they like that one-on-one matchup on this side. Athlete to athlete, I think Mayport has the advantage on it, and that's what they're trying to take advantage of it right now. Spread them out a little bit, get their athletes the ball.
Well, Satcham is connected twice now with Logan Kruger. Kruger 2 receptions for 54 yards. Satcham on the day 3 for 5 passing, up to 75 yards. Patriots have 8 first downs on the day to North Prairie's 3. 2 backs here from the shotgun, handed off for Bergstrom, and he just runs into the line of North Prairie, and no gain on the play. They're going to stay at the 33.
As a sweat, that Mr. Tosted in the line there is a big fella, 6'4", 250, and as you said, a freshman. He's a tough guy to move.
They're going to be happy to have him for a while.
Absolutely.
Bergstrom today, 3 carries, 35 yards.
I think the counters and things off of that are going to work well today. They're just going to get to that. So we got trips right.
Man in motion is Bergstrom. Back to throw. Satcham. He's going to go for the deep ball down the right side for Bergstrom.
It's got to be pass interference as well.
Well, the contact came right as the ball got there. It's a close one.
That was pretty close.
Yeah, but the coverage was there, down there by Logan Elick. So it's an incomplete pass, and it'll be 3 for 6 passing now for Sawyer Satcham, and a 3rd and 10 play coming for the Patriots with 9.5 to go before halftime. Over on KMAV this afternoon, 37-6. The score after 3 quarters as Thompson trails Langdon Edmore Munich, the 2-time defending Class A state champs. I mean, how good is Langdon Edmore Munich? They won the title last year. The year before, they beat Hillsborough Central Valley, who's now in AA. And if Hillsborough Central Valley would have stayed in Class A last year, Langdon Edmore Munich and the Burros in a rematch would have been something. Back to throw, under pressure. Sadry got away from the defender. Now he takes off. He's at the 30, down the sideline 25, and he steps out of bounds. Not enough for a first down, but it gets him some yards.
This is 4-down territory anyway, so would have liked to have seen him stretch it for that extra yards and move the chains, but it's understandable. He wants to duck out and make sure he doesn't get hurt. But
Yeah, 9 yards off of the pressure that was coming. I'd say that was pretty good.
Yeah, he should have been sacked, but that athletic ability, again, he's able to spin out of it and make a positive play out of what could have been a 9-yard loss, a 9-yard gain.
So it's 4th and 1 for Mayport CG down to the 24-yard line of the Cougars. Twins right, one left. Quarterback draw. They've got the first down as Satrum's down to somewhere in the vicinity of the 22. Not a shock. I think that's what we were kind of looking for, was a draw play.
I think everybody knew that was coming. It's just what direction is he going to run. So
the ball is at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 2.
This is a nice long drive. This is a little opposite of what they've been doing over the course of this year.
Yeah, we've seen so many drives that have been, it seems like 1 or 2 plays in long distance. Bergstrom and Kruger, the receivers right. Weaver, the receiver left side. And there's movement all over the line.
There's a flag on the field.
I'm going to call false start on the Patriots, which then led to a whole bunch of Cougars jumping. So a 5-yard penalty on Mayport CG. Patriots, their 4th penalty totaling 40 yards. Cougars today 2 for 25. Ball back at the 27. That's not so bad, really, when you think about it. You still got 1st and 15, and you're not too far from the red zone.
Yeah, no, that wasn't a bad penalty. It's, you don't want to see penalties, but it's not going to hurt them as bad as it could be.
It's all about timing. From the shotgun here, Cantori's a running back. Pass, and they want to go to Kruger for a screen pass, and Kruger, they had their signals crossed apparently because Kruger took off, and the ball went behind him. He was wide open had he been ready for a screen pass.
Well, the D-back, again, just like a couple weeks ago, the D-backs are 10, 12 yards back, giving them that cushion, and Sawyer sees that, wants to get it to him. Again, get it to your athlete. They just weren't communicating on that one.
And so that is going to make it 2nd and 10. We're glad you joined us this afternoon, whether on 98.9 FM, 1520 AM, or online at 99KMSR.com. And a nice job trying to sell the handout to Cantori. And there goes Satrum, 15-10-5 down the sideline, and he is in for the touchdown. Now you've got an official waving it off.
They're going to call a crackback block on that.
Satrum on the keeper, he's in for the touchdown, but there is a flag on the field.
So back things up here with the flag on the play.
He called helmet to helmet.
Personal foul on Mayport CG.
Against the Patriots.
So where are they going to walk that off from? Where's the flag? I didn't even see a flag on the field.
Well, the flag was about on the 10.
Okay.
And it was the receiver coming back to block.
So another 15-yard penalty. Patriots now 55 yards in penalties. And it's still pretty early in this game, 8:15 to go in the second quarter. The ball is set down at the 28, so they netted basically a 1-yard loss out of that whole deal.
And about a minute off the clock, same down.
Yeah. So it's 2nd down and about 16. Shotgun set. Sawyer Satrum looking. Fires it right side, and Kruger able to come up with it. That was not too far off the shoe tops. They had to reach down for it and then went out of bounds, and it's just enough for a first down. They needed 16, and they got at least that, maybe 17.
16 and a half, yeah. It was a beautiful route. I mean, that was all on him. He made the D-back bite, went back outside, picked it up off the ground. Like you said, shoestring catch. It was a beauty of a route.
And that's what they got. It was a 16-yard completion. 3rd catch for Logan Kruger.
And if North Prairie doesn't get pressure on the quarterback, he's going to do that all day long.
Ball at the 12. 1st and 10. Patriots in the red zone. Cantori on the run right side. He's going to get wrapped up at the 10-yard line for a gain of about 2 yards. Christian Cantori, 11 yards on the ground. Those have been some hard-fought yards, as we talked about earlier.
Yep. And just that's a different, like again, we're going back to it, a different style drive for Mayport CG. Now here we're at 7:20. Nice methodical drive down the field. burn some time off. And when you're in a playoff game against a good team, why not? Especially when you're up 22-6.
Yeah. Patriots had a 22-0 lead to start. They lead by 16 right now. 7:06 to go in the clock rolling. Second quarter. 9-man playoffs, opening round from Droneberg Field. From the gun, screen pass, and it bounced off the turf before it went into the arms of Kruger. So it's incomplete. Looking at Sawyer Satcham's numbers at quarterback so far, 4 for 9 passing, 91 yards. He's connected 3 times with Logan Kruger for 70 yards. The other reception was from Ethan Bergstrom of 21.
And they're just going to keep that balance, I think. I don't know that Mayport's known as run, known as pass. They're a really good mixed team.
3rd and 8 at the 10-yard line. Patriots trying to tack on some more points. Back to throw. Satcham on the run. It's caught. Bergstrom dances around trying to avoid the defenders.
I believe he got the first down.
Yeah, I think he did, but he is going to be out of bounds down near the goal line.
Looks like maybe 2 or 3.
They're going to say it's not enough for a first. So they must have got it about the 3-yard line. Yep, in between the 2 and the 3, it looks like is where they're going to mark it. So we'll call it a 7-yard completion.
Another big down coming.
Bergstrom's second catch. Sawyer Satcham just 2 yards shy of 100 yards passing thus far. And on 4th and short, a timeout for the Patriots. Timeout's brought to you by Viking Insurance and Realty in Mayville. 6:47 to go. First half, Patriots lead 22-6 over North Prairie. Well, our other game has gone final, 43-6. Thompson Falls on the road today at the 2-time defending champ in Class A football, Langdon Edmore Munich. So next week we'll have, if Mayport CG wins today, we would have Mayport CG next week. And we'll also follow Hillsborough Central Valley in the playoffs starting next week in the opening round in AA. So again, the final score on KMAV today, 43-6. Langdon Edmore Munich over Thompson. Patriots 4th and short at about the 3-yard line, and we're going to get another timeout. This time it's North Prairie that wants to call the timeout. Timeout's brought to you by Viking Insurance and Realty in Mayville. After the Patriots took the timeout, didn't take too long, North Prairie decided they wanted to do the same thing and talk it over.
Yeah, they came out in a different formation, and the coaches on this sideline saw it and started yelling for a timeout right away. Let's see if the Patriots go back to that.
Well, the Patriots line up. They get up there quickly. 4th and short at the 3-yard line. It's a quarterback draw. Bounce off the tackler, and he dives. He's got the first. Good effort by Satcham. He bounced off the defense and just kept going. Got down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, so they stacked their running backs, if you will, the blocking backs up on the right-hand side, tried to follow, but thankfully he's athletic enough to bounce it, like you said. Otherwise, they were stopped.
4th first down of the drive for Mayport CG, and now they're inside the 1-yard line on 1st and goal. Everyone in tight. Satcham, they're just going to try to turn the corner with him, and they've got the blockers, and he's in easily. 6:18. Well, the clock's still rolling. There we go. 6:15 to go in the first quarter. We'll mark it there. And Mayport CG takes a 28-6 lead over North Prairie. As you mentioned earlier, Jim, instead of a drive where you see just a couple of plays, the Patriots, they methodically just took it down the field. In fact, we saw 4 first downs on this drive.
And that was exactly what they needed. I mean, yeah, we're at 6:15 in the second quarter. Adam couldn't have drawn up any better.
Fake the handoff, pass into the corner, and it's out of reach, incomplete. And on the Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard, with 6:15 to play in the first half, our score is Mayport CG 28, North Prairie 6 on 99 KMSR. Our score is 28-6. Mayport CG has the advantage over North Prairie. But a lot of time left. We've seen a lot of scoring, but we're still in quarter number 2.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It seems like a lot of times you see football games in a score like this, you wouldn't assume it's the second quarter. With Mayport CG, you could assume it's any quarter.
Yeah, that's right. It's been that way all year.
That's been a lot of fun. That's one thing about nine-man football. I know not everyone's sold on nine-man football. I know even there were a lot of Mayport CG fans who were resistant at first. But it's fun. You see a lot of offense. You see a lot of scoring. It's not true football, when you think of in terms of that sort of thing. But I think the nine-man game is fun.
It's fun to watch. It's just, you take out extra linemen, and I'm a lineman.
Yeah.
Why you bother? Why you picking on us?
I'm sorry we took away your job, Jim. The return by Andre Elick to the 39-yard line in North Prairie will be on offense. 3 o'clock, you're listening to 99 KMSR. KMSR Mayville, 1520 AM and 98.9 FM.
Now, it's 98.9 FM. Is this a new?
Brand new.
Brand new.
Been on the air for just a couple of weeks. Actually, we got to flip the switch 2 weeks ago yesterday.
All right.
And been kind of doing some testing and everything, but, yeah, we got her going. And this is a quarterback keeper, and a lot of room for Andre Elick all the way to midfield, and he'll end up at the Patriot 49-yard line for a gain of 12 yards. Had a pretty big opening.
Yeah, it was a nice run.
He took advantage of it. 12 yards for Andre Elick. 6 times he's kept the football, and he's up to 43 yards.
Well, it's either him or Mitchell. So, I'm not doing the stats because that's not my thing. But
and Mitchell only has 8 yards on the ground so far, and from what I had read, he has a lot of yards, and the Patriots have done a pretty good job on him so far. And there's Mitchell on the run for about a 4-yard gain as he ended up on the near sideline down inbounds. Christian Cantori was there defensively on the stop. So that's 4 carries for 12 yards for Mitchell. 2nd and 6 for North Prairie. Cougars are at 7-2 on the year. They're on a 5-game winning streak. Patriots are at 6-1. They lost their last game. That was 2 weeks ago at Lemoore. Keeper to the left side across the 35 down to the 30-yard line for a first down for North Prairie. So North Prairie picks up their second first down of the drive. They've picked up 5 total in this first half. Ball set down at the 29-yard line. That's a about a 16-yard gain. Elick's done the bulk of the running. He's over 50 yards.
Yeah,
in fact, he's just shy of 60.
It's really those two guys that Mayport's going to need to key on. They're the ones that are doing the vast majority of the damage on the offensive side.
Trips right, 2 receivers left, man in motion, back to throw, pressure. Arsvold chasing, and the quarterback will let it fly, and it's incomplete. He had a man wide open. That was Mitchell Lease, who's wide open. But when the quarterback's on the run by that and going against the throw, you just don't know sometimes where the ball's going to end up.
Mm-hmm. And it looked like the receiver wasn't even sure if it was coming his way or intended for him. But
that's the first time that Andre Elick has tried to throw to somebody not named Xavier Mitchell.
Right. And it was because of the pressure that the Patriots were able to get on him. That's what they're going to need to do. They need that out of their line.
Single receiver right, twins left. Shotgun set from the Patriot 29. Quarterback keeper weaving his way ahead. Able to push beside one defender, and he's got the first down. That's a nice little run.
Yeah, he's a good athlete.
Gain of about 11 as they'll mark it, I think, at the 18.
He's coming right behind that initial rush of the Patriots and slipping right behind it, and then he's already up to linebackers. So,
well, if you look at the offense so far for North Prairie, Elick's got 70 yards on the ground. Mitchell has 12, and through the air, it's Elick to Mitchell for 17.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might know who to guard, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not a defensive coordinator, but the adjustment needs to be made.
4 minutes to go before halftime. Patriots have a 28-6 lead. Cougars, though, on offense here down to the Patriot 18-yard line. Back to throw. Pass right side. Caught. Mitchell, 15-10. Cuts back the other way. Spins to the 5, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Kruger almost had him about the 6-yard line, but nice job by Mitchell to spin away. 18-yard play, and it's 28-12 Patriots. Andre Elick has found Xavier Mitchell 3 times through the air now for a total of 35 yards.
He looked pretty open.
He's very much open on that right side. Yes. And North Prairie picked up 3 first downs on the drive. They have 6 for the game to the Patriots' 11. They'll go for 2 from the shotgun. Quarterback draw, there's room, a lot of room, and easily in for the 2-point conversion is the quarterback, Andre Elick. On the Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard, 3:41 to play before halftime here in the opening round of the 9-man football playoffs. And our score is Mayport CG 28, North Prairie 14. So North Prairie scores on the play. They go 61 yards on the drive, and that would be the longest drive we've seen yet today. 61-yard drive, and they get the touchdown on an 18-yard play. Mitchell from Andre Elick, and then Andre Elick runs in the 2-point conversion to make it 28 to 14. Mayport CG has the lead over North Prairie, but the Cougars have got it back to a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, be ready for another onside. And
that has been the trend, has it not?
Yep. Here we go again.
Onside attempt, bounce around. Nice job. Again, it was Arsvold to wrap it up. He's been very active on the onside kick returns, or he gets down to his knees and just makes sure to hang on to the ball.
That's right.
Football will be right around midfield. So the Patriots on offense for the 6th time today. 3:39.
Now, let's see what the Patriots can do with this now. Bounce back again.
Well, and they've got some time to work with. That's the thing. 3:39 on the clock before halftime. Both teams have taken 2 timeouts. Ball at midfield, 1st and 10. Trips right, 1 left. Back to throw. Satrom. He'll air it out left side. He's got Kruger wide open at the 31. He's down to the 25 and pushed out of bounds. Pushed out by Logan.
Right at the 20.
That's Logan Elick who pushed him out of play. They'll mark it at the 21, so it's a 29-yard completion. Sawyer Satrom, 6 for 11 passing. 127 yards, and Logan Kruger has caught 4 passes for 99 yards.
Again, I think they're taking advantage of, when you look at athlete to athlete, I think Mayport has the advantage on 1-to-1 there, and that's what they're doing. Spread them out, put them over there. There's this different set I was telling you about. Get up to the line quick.
Yeah, get up to the line awfully quick. They're going to go inside handoff for Cantori. Bounces around a little bit. He's trying to stay on his feet, and he's brought down about the 20-yard line. Maybe a yard, maybe 2. It's going to depend on where they spot it.
Yeah, this might be that little wrinkle that Coach Solo was able to put in over the little bit of time they had, and it's a little different look. Makes them pay attention.
Call it a gain of 2, and it's going to be 2nd and 8 at the 19s. The Patriots are in the red zone again. They have the time to work with as we approach 3 minutes to go in the first half. They have 1 timeout remaining and a 14-point advantage. 28-14 Patriots. Trips left. Kruger, the lone receiver, right. Sawyer Satchman, quarterback. Bergstrom in motion, and there's movement all over the place. False start on the Patriots, a 5-yard penalty. Well, penalties have not been the Patriots' friend thus far. It hasn't hurt them too badly, but I've got them for 6 penalties, 60 yards. That's a lot for a half of football.
Yeah, you don't want to go backwards anytime. Yep.
But again, for the 2nd time in a row, it's been down in that red zone territory where, eventually on the last drive they still scored, and they could very well do it again here. It just backs you up, and now you've got 2nd and about 13.
Sawyer just looks at it as a little bit more room to work.
There you go. Ball's at the 24-yard line. Satrom fakes the handoff and wants to take off with it. And he's not going to get a whole lot, maybe 2, maybe 3 yards.
He stopped after a short gain by Braun for the Cougars.
2 yards, it looks like, to the 22-yard line. And North Prairie wants a timeout. This is their final timeout of the half. With 2:24 to go in the first half. It's Mayport CG 28, North Prairie 14. Timeout on KMAV brought to you by Viking Insurance and Realty in Mayville. That was a quick little timeout right there. Here we go. It's 3rd down. Back to throw Satrom. He'll throw it left side toward the end zone and a dive. Did he hang on?
He did.
He did. It's a touchdown. Kruger makes the catch in the end zone for a touchdown at 22 yards. He dove for it, and from this angle, I wasn't sure if he held on, but he did.
Yeah, he did everything but a cartwheel, I think, to catch that ball. It was great athleticism.
34-14 Patriots. Still 2:08 to go before halftime. So it's a 22-yard strike. Kruger over 100 yards receiving today. Quarterback draw, right side. Sawyer Satram's in.
Yep.
On the Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard, 2:08 to go first half. Patriots 36, Cougars 14. That drive didn't take very long, a minute and a half roughly, as the Patriots go 50 yards. Capped off on a 22-yard pass completion. Logan Kruger from Sawyer Satram. And then Satram runs in the 2-point conversion. So the Patriots now lead 36-14. Sawyer Satram 7 for 12 passing, 149 yards in the first half. Logan Kruger 5 catches for 121. Not too shabby. Patriots will kick it off, and Walker McGillis will do the honors. So Walker McGillis to kick. He'll let it fly end over end. Picked up by Andre Elick at the 21. He's on to the 25, 30, 35. On the near sideline, 40. And he's wrapped up by Cantori near the 45-yard line. So pretty good return. About 23, 24-yard return. And just under 2 minutes remain for North Prairie in the first half. They do not have any timeouts so they can take. So if they are going to try to get some points here before halftime, they're going to have to do something pretty quick.
I'd say let's watch where number 8 is.
Yeah, he's kind of the key, isn't he?
Yeah.
So ball at the 45-yard line. Back to throw Andre Elick. Pass Mitchell. Caught at the 43. He's out of the 45. Crashes into Gavin Muse, who brings him down near midfield.
And that might be the adjustment they make at halftime, is to put a spy maybe on him directly. And your job is to follow him.
Mm-hmm. So Mitchell has caught all of the completed passes. 40 yards of passing, Elick to Mitchell. 4 of 7 passing for Elick.
And Mitchell came out right now, so the betting man in me thinks keeper.
We'll find out. Second and 5 at midfield. And it's a draw.
I'm going to go buy a lottery ticket.
45, finds room, 40. Lead blocker now, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and he's knocked out of bounds by Bergstrom somewhere in the vicinity of the 5-yard line. A first down for the North Prairie Cougars with 1:06 to go, and because he got pushed out of bounds, that'll stop the clock. 45-yard run. You know, you're just talking about what the play was going to be. That's what it was. And not only was it a first down play, it was a 45-yard play.
Yeah, you know, that's the only athlete that was left on the field. What do you think they're going to do? And he's just a great athlete. You don't tackle him. You give him the space. He's gone.
On first and goal at the 5, quarterback keeper got a lot of room, and that didn't take too much for Andre Elick. With 1:01 to go in the first half, the Patriots lead 36-20 as the Cougars score quickly, taking just over a minute off the clock. That went pretty quick.
Yeah, you know, that's what it's going to be, as a defensive stop. The Patriots have to come up and stop either of those two guys and get a turnover on downs.
Minute 1 to go in the first half, and going for the 2-point conversion. Andre Elick, the quarterback, he's going to run it himself, and he just barely got in as he's brought down at the goal line by Kruger. And Kruger hasn't gotten up yet. Now he's up. Thought he was a little slow to get, but he's fine. Minute 1 to play in the first half. Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard now reads Mayport CG 36, North Prairie 22. We'll have more right after this on 99 KMSR. So North Prairie, they score and get the 2-point conversion. With 1:01 to play in the first half, it's now a 36-22 Mayport CG lead. Andre Elick runs it for the 5-yard touchdown. He also runs in the 2-point conversion. That completes a 55-yard North Prairie drive that took just over a minute off the clock. We've got another high-scoring affair here in Mayville. Even the game 2 weeks ago, the Patriots lost on the road at Lemoore, and that game had a lot of points. It was 66-36 the final. Patriots had gotten down early in that game, 2 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. They tied it at 22, and then the Lobos never really looked back.
Yeah, I got a chance to listen to that one on the radio as I was sitting at home with the family listening. So,
yeah, a lot of people were very interested to see who's going to be the 1 seed out of the region. And that was a big game for that reason. They're going to try a pop-up for an onside. And goes right into the arms of Bergstrom, who hangs on to it. The fair catch at the 44. So Mayport CG on offense at the 44-yard line. They have 1 timeout, 59 seconds on the clock. The other thing, if the Patriots can score here, they have to kick to start the second half. So see if they can maybe tack on some points. It's still a 2-touchdown game at this point. Patriots up 36-22.
Yeah, Mayport, they don't need a lot of time. They can score very, very quickly. And I know that's what Coach would prefer to go into halftime with.
Yeah, report that Hillsborough Central Valley got upset by Valley City today. Back to throw. Looking, Satcham, deep ball down the middle. Kruger reaches up, makes the catch as he's brought down near the 25-yard line. A first down. And another big pass play. The Patriots have exploited the defense with Logan Kruger receptions all throughout the first half.
Again, that's that one-on-one matchup that they're going to continue to go back to. He can't guard him.
It's 28 yards on the completion. So it's 1st and 10 for the Patriots at the 28. Satcham wants to take off. He's down to the 25 to about the 23 for a gain of about 5 yards.
I'm assuming they're going to get to the ball quickly here.
So it's going to be 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line. Back to throw, Satcham. Now he's going to take off. Satcham left side, runs to around the 20. That's not going to be enough for a first. The Patriots will need to use their final timeout, and they do. 15 seconds to go before halftime. Patriots lead by 14 points. Final timeout from Mayport CG. It's brought to you on 99 KMSR by Viking Insurance and Realty in Mayville. And the timeout called by Mayport CG, their last timeout of the first half. Both teams are now out of timeouts. Patriots are going to have it right at the 20-yard line.
And there's still time here. That's 15 seconds is the way Mayport goes. Could be 3 plays.
I was looking at the numbers for Sawyer Satcham now. I've got him at 15 carries for 72 yards. And through the air, 8 for 13 passing for 177. Logan Kruger's caught 6 passes for 149.
And on that last play, they did double team him, so they did make an adjustment there. So now we're going to have to look, Mayport's going to look to another receiver, I'm assuming. That should be open now.
"15 seconds to go before halftime. 36-22 Patriots. Patriots have 3rd and about 2 at the North Prairie 20. 2 receivers left, 1 right, shotgun, back to throw. Sawyer Satcham fires it down the middle of the field, and it's in and out of the hands of Evans. They try to go to the tight end up the middle. So it's 4th down, 10 seconds to go. We'll get you some scores at halftime. Some of the other playoff games going on. Thompson lost earlier today, 43-6 at Langdon Edmore Munich in the opening round of Class A football. Thompson didn't get to play their last 2 regular season games, so they had kind of a shortened season to work with. It's kind of too bad. So here we go, 4th and 2 for the Patriots at the North Prairie 20. And why are we stopping play? No. North Prairie should be out of timeouts.
Timeout on the field.
They just motioned North Prairie at a timeout. The scoreboard also had no timeouts left for either team, so I'm confused about that. They should not have a timeout. North Prairie's already signaled for a timeout 3 times. Well, the officials are letting it go. We're going to keep it right here. Timeout brought to you by Viking Insurance and Realty in Mayville. By my count, Jim, that's 4 timeouts. You can't do that.
And that's what we're listening to everybody else up here in the booth too, and they're all saying the same thing. So I'm not exactly sure, but call was made. Move on. That's the way it works.
You should write that. That sounds like a good quote. Move on. That's the way it works.
Well, coach can complain all you want, but it's happened. So all you can do is dust it off, wipe it off the shoulder, and move on to the next thing. And there's nothing you can do to control it. So
yeah, didn't see anything on Patriots side. Nobody said anything, so they must have been okay with it. Unless one of their timeouts had gotten waved off for some reason. Oh, here we go. 4th and 2 for the Patriots. 10 seconds go in the half. They're at the 20 of North Prairie. Satram being chased, and he's going to be brought down for a sack. And that will take us to 5 seconds left in the half, and North Prairie will be on offense. That was Tyrell Yoder who got in there for a sack and a loss of 10.
That was good coverage sack. There really was nowhere for him to throw it.
So turnover on downs. First one for the Patriots. Each team's had one turnover on downs. North Prairie will have the football back at their own 30-yard line with 5 seconds to go. And they may just kneel it down. We'll see. It looks like that's the case. So we'll see a kneel down, and we'll go into the half. And there it is. Clock will run out. And at halftime, in the opening round of the 9-man football playoffs, on the Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard, the score is Mayport CG 36, North Prairie 22. Up next, our halftime reporters will go through some numbers here on 99 KMSR. And we're at halftime. Our score is Mayport CG 36, North Prairie 22. Before we bring you our halftime report, if you're watching the video feed through NFHS of the football game today, they've been getting calls and texts and emails about some quality issues with the video feed. It's condensation on the lens. It's due to the weather conditions. They're aware of it. There's really nothing they can do other than to let it kind of play itself out. So they're aware of it, and not much they can do right now. But at any rate, we're at halftime. Mayport CG's got a 36-22 lead over North Prairie. I got to tell you, Jim, I kind of thought we wouldn't have seen this many points scored yet in the game. I'm not going to say what I had for final score in my head going into today, but let's just say the final right now, there's more points than what I had in my head. And maybe that was just a mistake on my part.
I don't know. When I looked at both of the teams, and obviously we've had a chance to cover the Mayport a lot, but I looked at what they have been doing, and they've been scoring a lot of points. So I guess in my head I had a pretty high-scoring game I was assuming we were coming into. So kind of what I expected, I guess.
For me, it's just, I don't know, you get in the playoffs, sometimes I think there's a little more defensive intensity. I guess we haven't seen that yet.
Right. I think that's probably what the coaches, both teams' coaches, are talking about probably right now, about trying to get some stops. But yeah, a high-scoring game is what we're going to be looking at.
Well, let's look at the scoring summary from the first half. Again, the Patriots up 36-22 over North Prairie. Mayport CG scored on the opening drive, 57-yard drive. They got a 31-yard touchdown run from Ethan Bergstrom. Sawyer Satcham runs on the two-point conversion to make it 8-0 with 9:43 to go in the first quarter. Patriots would get the ball back, and they ended up at the North Prairie 36-yard line, so short field. And 36-yard drive, 6-yard run. Christian Cantori on the touchdown. The try for two failed on the run, and it was 14-0 Patriots with 7:16 to go in the first quarter. North Prairie got the ball. They turned it over on a fumble. Christian Cantori on the recovery, so the Patriots were on offense yet again. This time a 46-yard drive. They got a 23-yard run from the quarterback, Sawyer Satcham. Cantori runs in the two-point conversion. And with 2:48 to go in the first quarter, the Patriots already had 3 scores up on the board. They're up 22-0. North Prairie on the ensuing drive would get on the board. 54-yard drive. They got a touchdown of 36 yards on the run from the quarterback, Andre Elick. Run failed on the two-point attempt, made it 22-6 Patriots. Minute 23 to go first quarter. Patriots would then score in the second quarter a couple of drives later. This time on a 57-yard drive, they got a 1-yard run from Sawyer Satcham with a touchdown. The run failed on the two-point attempt, made it 28-6 Patriots. 6:15 to play in the half. On the ensuing drive, North Prairie goes 61 yards, the longest drive that we have seen today. And it was Xavier Mitchell from Andre Elick, an 18-yard pass completion. Andre Elick runs in the two-point conversion, makes it 28-14 Patriots. That coming with 3:41 to go in the half. Patriots would start the next drive at midfield, and they would get a 22-yard touchdown. Logan Kruger from Sawyer Satram. Satram runs it in for the 2-point conversion to make it 36-14 with 2:08 to go. Just over a minute later, North Prairie scores. They had a 55-yard drive, and it went quick. Andre Elick from 5 yards runs it in, and he also ran in the 2-point conversion. That comes with 1:01 to go in the half. Our halftime score, Mayport CG 36, North Prairie 22. Here on our halftime report, we'll be back to bring you some of the individual numbers from the first half of play right after this timeout. Now we're back here on our halftime report as Mayport CG leads in the opening round of the 9-man football playoffs by a score of 36-22. Before we continue along with our halftime stats, I got word that actually the final regular season game for Hillsborough Central Valley today, they fell in a close one at Valley City by a score of 14-12, I believe was the final. I'm looking for a confirmation on that, but I'm told that Valley City pulled off an upset over Hillsborough Central Valley. Playoffs start next week. We'll have Hillsborough Central Valley in the playoffs on KMAV. We'll go through some other scores here at the half momentarily, but first we'll go through some unofficial rushing, passing, receiving yard totals. Jim, before I give you the numbers and the listeners at home, how many yards total offense do you think Patriots had in the first half?
You're asking my guess.
Yeah.
320.
Wow, you're pretty close. 300.
There you go.
300 on the nose.
It's like I'm watching the game or something.
Yeah, almost. Let's go through North Prairie first. Rushing stats. There's only two guys to talk about. Andre Elick, a quarterback. I've got him 10 carries for 113 and a touchdown. Xavier Mitchell, 4 carries for 12 yards. Passing department, same two guys. Andre Elick's 4 for 7 passing, 40 yards and a touchdown. Xavier Mitchell caught the 4 passes for 40 yards. So between the two of them, 125 yards rushing, 40 yards passing, total offense of 165 for North Prairie. Now for Mayport CG. Sawyer Satcham leads the ground game, 16 carries, 62 yards, and 2 rushing scores. Christian Cantori has a rushing touchdown, 6 carries and 13 yards. Ethan Bergstrom, 3 carries, 35 yards and a touchdown. And Noah Mayhews, 3 carries for 13 yards. Passing department for the Patriots. Sawyer Satcham's looked pretty good. 8 for 14, 177 through the air and a touchdown. He's connected on 6 passes to Logan Kruger. Kruger 149 yards receiving. Ethan Bergstrom caught 2 passes for a total of 28 yards. Patriots as a team, 123 yards rushing, 177 yards passing, total offense of 300. So 300 to 165 is what I have. Patriots lead at halftime 36-22. We'll take a break. We'll see if we can find some other scores for you in the playoffs after this. Well, let's see if we can find some scores for you. Our game on KMAV this afternoon, it was Langdon Edmore Munich 43, Thompson 6. So the 2-time defending Class A champs win, and the season comes to an end for the Thompson Tommies. Here at halftime, Mayport CG leads 36-22 over North Prairie in the 9-man playoffs. Class A playoffs after 3 quarters, the number 2 Oaks Tornadoes lead the number 3 Carrington Cardinals 35-0. That must be number 2 versus number 3 in their regions. That's a little deceiving when they put it that way. But Oaks leads Carrington 35-0 after 3 quarters. Surrey leads Linton HMB. Well, Linton HMB leads Surrey 8-6 after 3 quarters. That is in 9-man football. What else we got? Kindred over Devil's Lake today. Final on that was, actually I don't think it's gone final yet. Last we saw, Devil's Lake was trailing 25-16 to Kindred. That's a regular season game in AA football. At halftime, Bishop Ryan leading Kildare 32-6. At halftime, Shiloh Christian leading Kenmare 14-0. Grant County Flasher leads TGU. They have only 16-14. That's a little surprising. TGU's 4-4 in the year, and Grant County Flasher beat the top 2 teams in their region, and Grant County Flashers looked at being maybe the 3rd best team in that region, but they've only got a 2-point edge right now. North Border, they lead Wyndmere Lidgerwood at the half 6-0. battle there up north. Any other scores that we have here? That's about all I'm really seeing right now. Oh, here's one. The defending 9-man champs, Kidder County, they lead Ray Powers Lake. Late second quarter, 20-6. That was the last time anyone posted a score on that game. So that is where things stand right now. Well, Jim, Mayport CG is going to kick to start the second half. They've got a 14-point lead. It could get very interesting if North Prairie can find a way to get in the end zone on the opening drive of the second half.
Right, and I'm sure that's what the coaches talked about at halftime, to make sure they get a good defensive stand, stop that momentum, and then ideally they'd love to have a nice, slow, methodical drive like they did before, which is not unique to Mayport, and get that clock rolling.
Could be in for a pretty fun second half, I think. First half was pretty fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good football.
See what happens here. The Patriots have a 14-point lead over North Prairie. Now, the winner will play either Cavalier or Tri-State. Cavalier hosting Tri-State today in Cavalier. And Cavalier's the overall number 1 seed in the 9-man playoffs. The winner of this game will go to Cavalier if Cavalier wins. If Tri-State were to pull off a win, though, then Tri-State's got to travel. So we could be back here next week if the Patriots win and Tri-State upsets Cavalier. You just never know.
Phenomenal.
It would be.
Yeah.
It might be a tad warmer next week, too.
It could be. or we'll be smarter and dress warmer. One or the other.
I definitely am not going to be smarter. I'll tell you that much. That's just not in my nature.
Yeah.
Well, get ready for the second half. Mayport CG will kick, and they'll be defending the east, while over on the west side of the field, North Prairie. And again, if you're watching in the video feed today, the condensation on the lens, they're aware of the issue, and they've checked with NFHS. There's really nothing they can do about it. You just have to wait it out, and eventually the condensation should go away. Here's the kick from McGillis. A line drive kick that bounced to the 25, off the hand, and held onto by Andre Edlick at the 20. He gets up to the 25-yard line. He's going to be wrapped up by Cantori for about a 7-yard return.
And that's probably going to be the furthest back that they've started today. It was actually good coverage.
Yeah, you're right. That is the furthest back that we've seen anybody start a drive. They're going to mark it at the 28. North Prairie ended the first half starting at the 30-yard line, so they're 2 yards further back from that. It's almost like we're just continuing quarter number 2. From the shotgun, 5 receivers, and it's a draw play and some room that quickly closed for Andre Elick. He had some room.
Cantori got him.
Brought down by Muse and Cantori.
And he's going to get to the 31. So it will be about a 3-yard gain in 2nd and 7. And again, it's the quarterback we've been calling out, Andre Elick, as he carries the football again. I've got him at 116 yards.
Right, and I don't know if this is what Mayport has done, but that time I saw that we had Cantori dropped back and almost did spy the quarterback like we had talked about earlier. Now he's down on the line.
Twins left, twins right. Handoff. Mitchell got spun around. The ball, did it come out? It did.
Out. It did. Right into the hands of Mayport.
And the Patriots have it. It's Kruger comes up with it. Mitchell, he's down, and he's a little slow to get up here. So the Patriots are going to end up with a football.
Yeah, he tried to spin out of the tackle, and I think when he did that, that's when the ball popped out and landed right in. Was it Kruger, you said?
It was Logan Kruger who got the recovery.
In his hand, yeah.
So that's the second giveaway by North Prairie. Football being spotted at the 42. So it's a gain of 11, and then they lost the football. That's Mitchell, who's lost both fumbles to the Patriots. Patriots now have it at the 42 of North Prairie. And they're going to take off left side. Breaking free is Bergstrom, 40, 35, 30, and brought down by Mitchell.
He's brought down by Mitchell.
But a first down for the Patriots.
Yeah, he bounced that out nicely. He almost got stopped in the backfield and then took the corner. And
Cougar 29-yard line.
Nice little run. Nice way to start. This is exactly how, again, if Adam could have drawn it up. Nice stop on defense, and let's start rolling down on offense.
Patriots have been able to diversify their running game a little bit more than North Prairie has. They've seen 4 different guys carry the football.
Yeah, and I think as the game goes on, that's going to be a big factor.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Patriots at the North Prairie 29-yard line. 10.5 to go third quarter. Patriots up 14. They'll pitch it back to Mayhews, who is in motion. Mayhews, a stiff arm. Going to get pushed.
4 or 5.
He's going to be down inbounds, but he does gain a few.
About 4 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 6.
And if they mark it at the 25, that would be a 4-yard gain.
And again, it's one of those plays where, we talked about earlier, it's not a big hitter, but man, does it stretch them out and makes them think about what's coming next. And so, not a big stats one, but in the end of the game, I think those small ones like that are going to play a factor.
It'll be 2nd and 6. Ball at the 26-yard line for the Patriots. They're in North Prairie territory. Cantori's going to come out in motion. Cantori is wide open for screen pass. Instead, they go up the field. They got the tight end wide open, and Evans with the catch, and he's down at about the 5-yard line.
Nicely drawn up play. When Cantori went in motion, the guy that normally would cover the tight end coming out, gone. Nobody there. Well-designed play, and I enjoyed watching that. You love well-designed plays.
Yeah, you do.
And Evans is a big dude. That's a big kid to bring down.
About a 22-yard completion. So it's 1st and goal for the Patriots at the 4-yard line. Handoff, Bergstrom. And he is not going to get there as he stopped on forward progress.
Maybe got one. Yeah, that clock's rolling. Both times that they ran the ball earlier in this drive, they stayed inbounds. Clock's rolling.
Santrum, by the way, with that last completion, he's at 199 yards through the air. Gain of about 1 for Bergstrom. He's run for 49 yards today, 5 carries. That's pretty good average.
Not bad.
Kindred over Devils Lake today in Double A, 38-22. Again, Hillsborough Central Valley lost by 2 points. At least that was the score I was given, 14-12 to Valley City. 2nd and goal. Quarterback keeper left side trying to turn the corner. Sawyer Satrum down to the pylon, and he is in for the touchdown. From 3 yards, Sawyer Satrum on the run. The Patriots take a 42-22 lead, 8:28 to play third quarter. And the Patriots make quick work. The short field, 42 yards, they get the score.
Yep, exactly what they needed to do. Had a good stop, picked up the fumble, run down the field, and they need that separation and quiet the crowd down a little bit, get the momentum back for Mayport.
Satrum's run for 3 touchdowns today. The Patriots will try for the 2-point conversion. They've got Kruger, the lone receiver, left. Bergstrom and Muse are the receivers right side from the shotgun. Quarterback draw. Satrum trying to push his way. He's short. And with 8:28 to go in the third quarter on the Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard, Patriots 42, Cougars 22 on 99 KMSR. Well, as mentioned, the Patriots made pretty quick work of that drive. They go 42 yards and score on a 3-yard run by Satrum. The 2-point try failed. You feel a little more comfortable after the sequence of events that happened here to start the second half as North Prairie turned the ball over, and rather than them going down the field and scoring, making a 1-touchdown game, now you got a 3-possession game.
Yeah, again, exactly what Mayport needed to do. So
the Patriots will kick it off.
I like this kind of middle kick he's doing. Kick it in front of the guys, the deep guys, so it hits the ground. That seems to be working a little bit better. Little squib. Oh.
Yeah, bouncer goes off the return man, and the Patriots got it.
Hit him right in the chest and bounced off.
Recovery on the kick was made by number 13, Christian Cantori.
What a game Cantori's having. I know I got to mention him earlier, and again, one of those seniors that is just putting it all out there today. I love seeing that.
So the Patriots will be on offense again. That's the second time that ball has bounced off of somebody for North Prairie and ended up with the Patriots on the kickoff. The Patriots are at the North Prairie 47-yard line. 8:24 to go third quarter. Patriots up 20 points at 42-22. Winner will play either Cavalier or Tri-State next Saturday. Low snap. Satcham on the run, in trouble. He's just going to throw it to no one. Well, he did have Evans in the vicinity and couldn't quite come up with it. It was a short pass. A lot of pressure.
It almost seemed like they were trying to set up their own little screen there, but, Evans was quite a bit further downfield as he, Sawyer did have that pressure you're talking about and ended up, backpedaling a good 10 yards.
I've not seen an update yet on the Cavalier game today. I'm not sure what time that was kicking off, but I haven't seen an update.
And I was trying to look online. I think, if I'm reading it right, Mayville State's up 14-0.
Their presentation?
Right.
2nd down and 10. They'll fake on the handoff. Satcham trying to take off himself. He's just dragging. The defender had him. He could have been brought down for a loss, but he ended up getting about a yard. 66 yards on the ground for Sawyer Satcham. He's kept the ball 18 times. 3 rushing touchdowns for the quarterback. Patriots are out of the huddle. Under 8 minutes to go, third quarter. 42-22, Mayport CG. Another high-scoring Patriot affair as we've seen a number of times this year. And lots of movement.
Got him to jump.
Looks like, there's some clapping on the defense.
Ooh.
It's a false start on Mayport CG, so no encroachment penalty. So it's a 5-yard loss, and the Patriots are back to their side of the field at the 49-yard line. Penalties.
Yeah, that's they haven't had that issue much this year. And we had a couple games where they did a little bit, but definitely seems to be a little bit more. And that could be that 2 weeks of internet practice is a little different than actually being on the practice field. So
yeah, can you imagine if there was no internet? It would have been really hard. You wouldn't be able to review film or anything. That'd be tough. Back to throw is Satcham on 3rd and long, and a dive, and it's just out of reach of Ethan Bergstrom. So it's going to be 4th and long for the Patriots.
I don't know. This is that spot. Do you punt for the first time, or do you go for it here?
I think you got a big enough lead, you just punt it.
Yeah, you're in that middle ground, though. I don't know. Coach Sola, he likes to roll the dice a little bit, and we'll see what he decides to do here. He had him open, just a little too far out of his hands. A nice try on the dive, but looks like they are setting to punt.
Ball at the 49-yard line. Patriots get set to punt. There's the snap and the punt from Walker McGillis. Bounces at the 28, takes a lateral roll, and now maybe a couple more yards for the Patriots before it's down at the 26-yard line. That is the first punt of the ball game.
Mm-hmm.
North Prairie will have the football. They'll be at the 26-yard line. They've got 7:03 to go in the third quarter. Two receivers left, two right. Quarterback Andre Elick from the shotgun. He wants to keep it. Finds a little bit of a seam, but then Evans is there and gets a little help on the tail end by Bergstrom to push him back. They'll mark it at the 30-yard line, 2nd and 4. 2nd and 6, rather. Gain of 4. 120 yards for Andre Elick on the ground. And the running back, Xavier Mitchell, he's run for 23 yards today, which I'm guessing is probably a little less than what he would normally have at this point.
Oh, yeah, by far.
Quarterback keeper again. And Evans
is right there, fumble.
To wrap him up. And then Cantori, I think, knocked it loose, and it's picked up. Muse bring it back the other way.
Couldn't tell
and the Patriots have the football.
Almost sounded like there was a whistle starting, but they didn't finish to blow the whistle, and I was confused on that one. That's with our window not being able to be open today.
Yeah, it's frozen shut.
Hard to tell.
And they took that all the way back to the 18s, and the Patriots are in the red zone to start the drive.
Ripped it right out of his hands.
And I believe it was Cantori knocked the ball loose, and then Muse picked it up. Patriots 3 takeaways today.
That's huge.
The Patriots 1st and 10 from the North Prairie 18-yard line. Already a 20-point Patriot lead. 6:21 to go third quarter. 2 receivers left. Hutter and Bergstrom. Now they'll set up Kruger left side as well. Trips left from the gun. Play action. Pass left side, and it's caught off the shoe tops by Bergstrom as he's brought down by Andre Elick near the 10-yard line.
I think I saw a flag fly.
Yeah, the officials are having a conversation.
It's probably a formation. The Patriots are having troubles figuring out where they were supposed to be.
So let's see. That should be a 5-yard penalty against the Patriots as they'll walk it off. So they'll set it down about the 23. 70 yards and penalties from Mayport CG to North Prairie's 25. Ball at the 23-yard line, 1st and 15 for Mayport CG. 5:36 to play third quarter. Mayport CG leads by 20. With the winner moving on in the 9-man football playoffs. 3 receivers right. Satcham from the gun. Running back Cantori alongside him. Play action. Quick pass right side. The tight end Evans has the catch and dives his way near the 10-yard line. Not enough for a first down, but it gets them a bulk of the yards they needed. From the 23 to the 11, a 12-yard completion.
Yeah, nice little pass and catch. I like that little dump play.
It looks like it'll be about 2nd and 3 for the Patriots.
211 yards through the air for Sawyer Satcham. Evans, his second catch, totaling 34 yards. Second at about 3. Ball at the 11. Trips right. Low snap. And he's going to go the other way with his receivers on the right side, taking off left side and into the end zone for a touchdown. Sawyer Satcham of the Patriots go up 48-22.
Yep, just nice little run play. Get out. He has a nice blocker. I think he got touched maybe when he was in the end zone, but boy, wouldn't it be nice to have an athlete like that?
No kidding. 11-yard run, Sawyer Satcham, his 4th rushing touchdown. He's run for 77 yards at quarterback today. And the Patriots now can make an even 50 points if they get the 2-point conversion. Quarterback keeper trying to turn the corner, stiff arm, but Satcham's going to be pushed out of play. And on the Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard with 4:48 to go in the third quarter, the score is Mayport CG 48, North Prairie 22 on 99 KMSR. 4:48 to go in the third quarter. Patriots with the touchdown on the shortened field. Came after the fumble recovery. Patriots go 18 yards on the drive. Satcham runs it in from 11 yards. Patriots are up 48-22 with 4:48 to go in the third quarter. And we get the kick from Walker McGillis. Again, Mayport CG either will go to Cavalier or host Tri-State next week with a win today. But there's a lot of time on the clock. You still got to seal the deal. And this is a roller that bounces off the first man. The second man is there to come up with it near the 40-yard line.
The young man that bounced off of last time wanted nothing to do with the ball that time, which is probably what he's supposed to do.
Blake Matson, a freshman, he came up with the football. Coming up on 4 o'clock, this is 99 KMSR. 1520 AM in the Red River Valley during the daytime, and 24/7. You can hear us now on 98.9 FM in the Mayville-Portland area. Also online, 99KMSR.com. And thanks to everyone for tuning in today. Thanks to all our sponsors as well for bringing you playoff coverage. Hand off in a big hole. There's Mitchell, 50, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20. I don't think they're going to get to him. Trying to catch up was Mayhus, but not able to. It's a touchdown of 61 yards on the run by Xavier Mitchell.
61-yard touchdown run by Xavier Mitchell.
4:35 to play in the third quarter. Now it's 48-28 Patriots.
And that'll change his stats quickly.
Well, he goes from, he had 23 yards on 5 carries, now 6 carries for 84. And only 13 seconds come off the clock from the last touchdown. That's a 61-yard run. North Prairie 8 first downs. Patriots have 17 first downs on the day. Split backs going for 2. And the quarterback gets wrapped up by Cantori. 4:35 to go third quarter on the Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard. Mayport CG 48, North Prairie 28 on 99 KMSR. So North Prairie scores on one play. It's a 61-yard run by Xavier Mitchell. And the 2-point try failed. So 48-28 is our score. 20-point lead for the Patriots. And the onside attempt, ball goes out of bounds. So that's an illegal procedure penalty on the kick going out of bounds. They tried for the onside. Just a little too much mustard on it toward the sideline. See what the Patriots opt to do. They can either take the ball or have a re-kick.
Yeah, they're going to take the ball.
They'll take it because it went out at the 48. I mean, it's a pretty good field position.
Yeah. And you don't want to take the chance of them getting it. And we're going to see an onside kick for them the rest of the game. I haven't seen anything different from them. So,
now, are they going to mark it? Did it go out of bounds at the North Prairie 47? Wow, they really got some good field position out of that. So the Patriots are at the North Prairie 47-yard line. 1st and 10 Patriots. In motion is Kruger. Cutting the other way and keeping the ball. Sadly lost it, and he had it bounce right back into his arms as he went down with it. Football is at about the 43-yard line. So a recovery by Sawyer Satcham and a 4-yard gain. Sawyer Satcham, 20 carries, 81 yards.
And ideally here, that's what Mayport's going to want. Nice, slow, methodical drive, stay in bounds, 5 yards, 4 yards, 6 yards, all the way down the field, run some of that clock off.
Neither team has taken a timeout in the second half, so those are in play. 3 receivers right for the Patriots. Now they're going to send Cantori out to the right as well, and it's a quarterback keeper, and Satcham is stuffed at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, Mitchell came up and they made a nice hit.
Gain of 2. And Sawyer Satcham, we kind of went for a little fake as Cantori went out right side. They're going to have 4 receivers over there, and then he faked motion that way before going straight ahead, but North Prairie was having none of it.
I wonder if they'll come back to that and actually throw the ball to Cantori because he had blockers out there.
So it's 3rd and about 4. Just got a Cavaliers score. They're up big at halftime. Back to throw under pressure, and it's off the hands of Evans, incomplete. It'll be 4th down. So it would appear that the winner of this game is going to play Cavalier in Cavaliers. At halftime, it's Cavalier 36, Tri-State 8. Not a surprise, Cavaliers the number 1 overall seed in the 9-man playoffs. That's a tough draw if you win this game that you're already playing them pretty quick, but doesn't matter who you play,
That's
you're
right.
going to play them eventually, right?
All. That's right.
That's the old saying. They'll spread it out. 4 receivers. They'll go for it on 4th and 4 at the North Prairie 41. It's caught at the 35 by Evans. He's got the first down as he's wrapped up immediately.
Again, he catches that ball and he just leans over like a tree. He's going to get the first down there. He's 6'4", big kid.
That's a gain of 8. Satcham 11 of 20 for 219 yards. And Jordan Evans at tight end, his 3rd reception totaling 42 yards. Patriots have gotten some different guys involved, and that's helped.
Absolutely.
Muse wide to the right, Kruger to the left. From the pistol this time, in motion is Kruger. Back to throw, quick pass, screen pass, caught at the 32, and pushed out of play is Bergstrom.
They called him in bounds, which is a benefit to us for Mayport.
Yeah, so the clock will continue to roll, and they're going to mark it at the 30-yard line. So it was only a 3-yard completion. So add 3 yards to Bergstrom's total. He has 3 catches for 31 yards. Satcham, 222 yards through the air. So it's 2nd and 7 for the Patriots at the North Prairie 30-yard line. 2:06 to play third quarter. Patriots lead 48-28. Twins right. Hutter's the receiver left side from the shotgun. Handoff. Cantori left side. Just couldn't get anything going. There are a whole bunch of linemen right there.
Yeah, they've stayed pretty consistent there with their big front line. There's not much happening up the middle.
So it's going to be no gain on the play for Christian Cantori. So Cantori, 7 times he's carried the ball for 13 yards. Thank you.
That's the benefit of having a kid. He gets to bring you hot chocolate.
Isn't
when
that
you're on
nice?
the radio.
Yeah. That's a good deal.
And the clock's still running. That's such a big difference from the other games we've watched.
Down to a minute 20 in the third quarter. Patriots have 3rd and 7 at the opposing 30-yard line. Cantori goes in motion. There's movement all over. This might be encroachment for the first time. Do you think? Yep. So they will call encroachment against North Prairie. That is only their 3rd penalty. That's one thing North Prairie has done a pretty good job with is they haven't picked up a lot of penalty yards.
Yeah, they played a pretty clean game.
I've got them for 30, Patriots for 70. So now it's 3rd and 2, and the Patriots waste no time in the huddle. They're ready to go. Everyone's packed in tight, and the quarterback wants to take off and see if he can just outrun everyone. He's down to the 20, 15, 10, 5, and a dive to the end zone. And the initial
about the 5.
Indication is he's not quite in there. Andre Illick was able to chase him down. Gain of 21 to the 4-yard line.
Now, it's like the 2nd or 3rd time we've seen that formation. They just come up real quick, stack everybody in there, and Sawyer just saw nobody out there to the right, and I'm just going to see if you can catch me.
And these are some things we didn't see from the Patriots earlier on. They've added some more plays as the year's gone on. They're going to try it again from 4 yards out, and in for the touchdown is Satrom. And that makes it 54-28 Mayport CG with 44 seconds to go in the third quarter as the Patriots complete a 47-yard drive. Patriots 19 first downs to North Prairie's 8. And Sawyer Satrom runs into the end zone for the 5th time today. 108 yards on the ground. He's thrown for 222. They'll go for the 2, hand it off. Bergstrom left side, and he is going to be short. On the Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard with 44 seconds to go in the third quarter, it's Mayport CG 54, North Prairie 28. Well, Mayport CG tacks on another 6 points. They do it on a 47-yard drive. They get the touchdown from the quarterback, Sawyer Satcham, and runs it in from 4 yards. And the 2-point conversion attempt failed. Patriots go up 54-28, and there's still 44 seconds on the quarter in the third quarter. That's right. We've got another quarter after this one. We'll get the kickoff from Walker McGillis, whose foot has been busy today. A lot of kickoffs after touchdowns. And they're going to bounce it around, make North Prairie have to field it, and we got a loose ball. And in the scrum, it is North Prairie's football.
Ooh, that was close. That was another close one. They almost picked it up.
Tyrell Yoder wins the battle, and the ball belongs to North Prairie. They'll be at the 36-yard line with 41 seconds to go.
Now the defense needs to tighten up here. Watch number 5. Watch number 8. Nobody else has really hurt you.
We've not seen any rushing, passing, receiving stats from any other player. Split backs behind the quarterback, Andre Illick, and it's a delayed handoff. Mitchell's going to run his way to the first down marker.
Mitchell on the carry. He was brought down.
You know what's coming. That's the thing. Gain of 11. Well, Mitchell, especially after the 61-yard run he had on the last drive, now at that 11 yards, he's just 5 yards from 100.
Yeah, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what's coming. It's just they got to figure out how to stop it.
Ball at the 47 for North Prairie. It's 1st and 10. They go twins right, 1 left. Pitch back to Mitchell. Mitchell takes off left side, 45 down to the 40, 35, and he is brought down by Bergstrom. First down for the North Prairie Cougars.
Another Cougar first down.
That is the 10th first down for North Prairie. Second of this drive. Let's see where they mark it.
Penalty on the flag.
Oh,
Looks
yeah,
like someone
penalty.
back.
There is a penalty flag on the play. Initial call was holding on the Cougars.
Oh, holding's the call. That's going to back them way up. Well, so much for the big gain. Now it's 1st and 12 at the 45.
12 from the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that hurt North Prairie, excuse me. Can't have that. And we were just talking about how they had a pretty clean game so far, but that one really hurt.
I swear I wasn't trying to jinx anybody. Well, the clock runs out. We're through 3 quarters of play on the Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard. And the score is Mayport CG 54, North Prairie 28 on 99 KMSR. Well, get ready to start the fourth quarter. Patriots lead 54-28. First and about 12 for North Prairie. Split back set. They'll hand off. Mitchell, left side 45, out to midfield, and he's brought down.
Mitchell on the carry. He's brought down by May.
So he gets around 5 yards. Arsvold was there defensively, as was Mayhew. So they'll set it down to the Patriot 49. 6-yard gain for Xavier Mitchell.
Yeah, Mayport needs a stop here. This will be a good defensive stop and could solidify and let them do what they want to do. For North Prairie, they need to get down the field quickly.
2nd and 6, back to throw, pass Andre Ilick, and it is caught. Down on his rear was the receiver. That's Logan Ilick, his first reception, and a first down for North Prairie. Gain of 8.
There, now you got to make a new line for a new person finally there.
Wasn't sure if it was ever going to happen. First catch for Logan Ilick. Andre Ilick, 48 yards through the air on 5 of 8 passing. And a first down for North Prairie. 4 receivers, shotgun set, quarterback draw play. And
nothing going on.
Looks to be no gain. On the tackle, Andrew Arsvold. And Lucas Fugelberg as well.
2nd and 10, Cougars.
14 carries for the quarterback, Andre Ilick. I've got him at 122 yards. Clock rolling, 10:33 to play. Here in the fourth quarter now. Looking around, the quarterback being chased. He'll take off. Might be a horse collar on the flag
mask,
coming in. Was it a face mask?
Yep.
And down to around the 30-yard line. So it looks to be enough for a first down.
There is a flag on the play.
Arsvold tried to take a swipe, and he got the mask.
Yep.
Should be just a 5-yard penalty. So they'll walk that off on the end. So it's a gain of 11 for Andre Ilick for the first down. And then the extra 5 yards. Patriots today, 75 yards in penalties. They picked up a total of 9 penalties. North Prairie, 4 penalties, 40 yards. So it's 1st and 10 for North Prairie at the Mayport CG 25. 10 minutes to play. Patriots up 54-28 in the opening round. Play action, pass right side, caught, taking off 20-15-10. And Mitchell, I think he just tripped himself up.
Yep. Well, looking to had to do a move and tripped himself up.
So he stopped a little short of where he probably wanted to end up. Gets to the 10-yard line. It'll be a 20-yard completion. Mitchell's 5th catch of the day, totaling 60 yards, averaging 12 yards per catch.
Yeah, and he's coming out of the backfield. They're going to have to account for him. I mean, so they've only went to one other person one other time. So
it's 1st and goal at the 10. Inside handoff, taking off and finding the end zone is Tyrell Yoder. His first carry, a 10-yard touchdown.
Well, that's maybe what North Prairie should have done earlier, was go to some other, folks who did that on the first, this first drive that they've done that, and look at what it did. Very quickly came down the field. 9:24 left in the game.
54-34 is now the score. Patriots have a 20-point lead. North Prairie will go for a 2-point conversion. Tyrell Yoder getting the 10-yard run to make it a 20-point ball game. They'll pitch it out. Mitchell, right side. He's going to run it in. On the Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard, 9:24 remaining. It's now Mayport CG 54. North Prairie 36 on 99 KMSR. So Tyrell Yoder runs it in from 10 yards. First rushing yards for him on the day. And it goes for a 10-yard touchdown. And then they get the 2-point conversion from Mitchell on the run. So 54-36, Patriots maintain the lead. It's now an 18-point lead with 9:24 to go. So it's still technically a 3-possession game. And it should be no secret what we're going to see here.
Yeah, as long as Mayville, continues to do what they've been doing and get this onside kick and hold on to it.
There it is, a line drive wrapped up by Bergstrom at the 44. So Mayport CG will have it. The Patriots will be on offense. At halftime, they had a 36-22 lead. Currently, it's 54-36 Patriots. The winner will very likely take on Cavaliers. Cavalier was up big at halftime over Tri-State. So Cavalier would host that game next Saturday. Should the Patriots win, we'll be up in Cavalier. If North Prairie wins, then the season comes to an end for Mayport CG. But Patriots have the advantage right now. In motion is the tight end. And Satcham runs it, gets about a yard to the 45.
That was another new-looking play there that we've not seen before.
There they had the tight end, Evans, out as a receiver, and then he went in motion as basically a blocking tight end at that point. And really, the Patriots, it's kind of dual purpose here. You want to drive, you also want to run some time, which they're doing.
Yep. I envision them, snapping the ball with 5, left on the clock.
Play clock is at 10. They get lined up from the shotgun. 8:40 to go. Patriots up 18 points. 2nd and 9 at the 45. Satcham, left side. Gets to about the 49-yard line as he's wrapped up. Gain of 4 yards. That's the 25th carry for the quarterback today. It's no surprise, I think, either, is Sawyer Satcham all year long. We see him run with the football. We see him pass. Mm-hmm. Very versatile, very athletic quarterback.
Right, and that's who you're going to want to keep it in his hands and do what he's doing. He's getting some good yards. He would like to have obviously got a few more there, but the clock's been running. We'll be under 8.
3rd and 5. We'll spread it out again. 4 receivers back to throw. Satcham has a little bit of time. He'll let it fly. Deep ball down the field. Incomplete, intended for Bergstrom. No flag. That thing was thrown pretty deep. I don't know if anyone was going to come up with it.
No, I don't think anybody had a chance. I'm kind of surprised by the call a little bit. I mean, you want to keep them honest and spread them out, but I would have want that clock to keep running, get 4 or 5 more yards, and then you're, I'm assuming they have to punt it here now.
Yeah, I would think so. You got the ball. Well, you got 4th and 5 and you're yard shy midfield.
Doesn't look like their punter's out there at the moment.
Of course, to complete that pass, we would have thought it was the greatest play ever.
Well, yeah, that's the way. That's the you live and die as a coach that way.
From the shotgun, they're going to go for it. Satcham, quick pass up the middle. Bergstrom, and that was a nice little pass there by Satcham as he weaved that one through a couple of defenders. Just enough for the first down.
Yeah, that was a good timing one. That was another different style. That was a quick pass. We haven't seen much of that. We've been seeing him be really patient today, and that one was bang, bang, and defense wasn't there ready to go, and nice first down.
8-yard completion.
Coach Solo knew it the whole time. He knew it the whole time.
Must have a crystal ball.
Yep.
1st and 10, Patriots at the Cougar 43. Quarterback draw play, 40. 35, Satcham's down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
That's that play you talked about a little earlier. They did too, where Cantori goes out in motion. He does that fake pass out to him, and they have to cover Cantori, so it takes somebody out. And again, Sawyer being the athlete he is, take off running. Here he goes.
2nd and 2 for Mayport CG. They're at the North Prairie 35-yard line. Patriots are potentially 6:47 away from going to Cavalier next Saturday to take on the top overall seed in the 9-man playoffs. Single receiver left. Hand off. Bergstrom bounces off the first tackler, and he's brought down. I don't know if he quite got the first.
Close.
Yes. Got to about the 33, and that is where the first down marker is. And they're going to call it short.
I'm okay with that as a coach. I'm okay with, now you're 3rd down, another play. I feel pretty confident I'm going to be able to get that first down, run that clock down a little bit more. It'll be under 6 minutes by the time this snaps.
So 3rd and short. Keeper up the middle to the 30 and wrapped up at about the 28 is Sawyer Satcham for a first down. So another first down for Mayport CG. Under 6 minutes to play. Ball at the 28-yard line.
Timeouts are going to have to come into play if Mayport's able to continue to do this drive like this. North Prairie's going to have to look at taking a timeout to stop the clock.
They have not had any timeouts taken either side in the second half. 1st and 10, Patriots of the North Prairie 28. Man in motion is Kruger. They hand off Bergstrom, and little or no gain as he was brought down immediately. It'll be no gain. 2nd and 10. Bergstrom 51 yards on the ground today. He's carried the ball 7 times. You're listening to the opening round of the 9-man football playoffs from Jerome Berg Field on the campus of Mayville State University on 99 KMSR, 98.9 Mayville, Portland, 1520 AM up and down the Red River Valley. Cloudy conditions and around 30 degrees here in Mayville. Craig Keating and Jim Morowski bringing you the action as the Patriots are up 54-36. There's a fumble. They tried to hand it off for Mayhus. And somewhere on the exchange, I think it's possible that the handoff went a little bit high. He wasn't quite ready for it. That's a loss of 5 yards.
5, yeah. Interesting play. I'm sure you're trying to catch them off guard. They're all going to key on Satcham like we're all talking about and trying to get it to somebody else, but just a mishandle in the.
But it does run the time either way.
Yep. Yeah, we'll be under 4 by the time they snap this. And
Tripp's right. 3rd and 15 for the Patriots near the 33 of North Prairie. There's a snap with 1 on the play clock. Back to throw. Pass up the middle is caught. Bergstrom gets wrapped up. Not enough for a first down as he was caught up to by Andre Elick. And North Prairie wants a timeout. Football is at the 22-yard line, so it'll be an 11-yard pass completion, which puts Sawyer Satcham at 241 yards through the air this afternoon. Bergstrom has now caught 5 passes for an even 50 yards. And a timeout on the field. It's brought to you by Viking Insurance and Realty in Mayville. So that's the first timeout of the half as it's called by North Prairie. 3:50 to go. It's Mayport CG leading North Prairie 54-36. With the winner very likely going to Cavalier next Saturday as the Tornadoes had a large halftime lead over Tri-State. Meanwhile, Thompson lost earlier today at Langdon, 43-6 to end their season. So we'll have Hillsborough Central Valley on KMAV next Saturday, and if the Patriots win this one, the Patriots as well. Man in motion is Bergstrom on 4th down. Screen pass, more of a lateral as it was caught, and then Cantori gets wrapped up, and it's not going to be enough. In fact, it's going to be a loss of about a yard. Not sure what they were going for there, but they were trying something different. I'm going to call that a 1-yard loss on the ground for Cantori, as that was a lateral.
I don't know if they were going to look for him to throw the ball and he didn't have time. I'm a little confused by it, but.
So turnover on downs.
That was the stop that North Prairie needed. Let's see if they can do something. Mayport needs to step up on the defensive side. There's a screen.
Pass is caught by Mitchell at the 22, and he was able to stay up on his feet. He's out to the 40, 45 midfield. 45-40, and he gets by Kruger. I thought was maybe going to get him. And now Kruger dives and gets him down around the 10-yard line. And that was a lot of yardage for Mitchell. So a first down for North Prairie.
Nice little screenplay. They've done that a few times here today. And, again, get it to your athlete and let him do the thing. And he had nice blocking downfield. That's what, Mitchell will use that perfectly to get down the sideline.
So it's first and goal at the 9. It's a gain of 68, I believe. We'll go back and add it up in a moment. Quarterback keeper up the middle and a touchdown. That was very quick. 9-yard touchdown run by Andre Elick. And all of a sudden, the Patriot lead is at 54-42 with 3:14 to go. So North Prairie, they go down the field. 77 yards on the drive.
Exactly what they needed to do very quickly.
Yeah, they did that in just mere moments. It was 68 yards on that pass completion, by the way. Going for 2, they pitch it out. Mitchell left side, leans his way into the end zone. He's got the 2-point conversion. 3:14 to play on the Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard. Mayport CG 54, North Prairie 44. Well, we didn't have much time transpire there in between the turnover on downs and the touchdown score for North Prairie. 3:14 to go. And now, all of a sudden, it's 54-44. Mayport CG's lead cut to 10, but it's still a 2-possession game.
Yeah, those 2-point conversions coming into play pretty handy at the moment. So
it was a 77-yard drive for North Prairie. They got the 68-yard pass completion at the start of the drive. Andre Elick finding Xavier Mitchell, and that was mostly yards after the catch. And then Andre Elick runs it in from 9 yards out for the touchdown. Mitchell runs in the 2-point conversion. So it's a 10-point lead for the Patriots now. Late in the third quarter, the Patriots had scored to go up 54-28. And since then, the Cougars have scored 16 straight. Patriots have a 10-point lead. Cougars will kick, 3:14 on the clock.
Another big onside kick here.
Andre Elick set the ball down. Now the ball's kicked, and it's recovered. The Patriots on the onside kick.
By Fugelberg there.
So Lucas Fugelberg comes up with the football. Think about some of the experience, some of these younger guys like Fugelberg and Arsvold, and the younger players on the team who, Ethan Bergstrom's a sophomore, and there's others, and it's only going to help the program.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ball's at the 48-yard line for the Patriots.
This is a big series here.
Patriots by 10. Single receiver is Kruger on the right side. Satram doing some point, and he realized they were a man short.
Yep.
They had 8 on the field, so the Patriots call a timeout. And Gavin Muse was trying to run out there, but it was just too late. They had to call the timeout. So the Patriots call their first timeout of the second half of play. They lead 54-44 over North Prairie. 3:12 to go. Timeout on 99 KMSR is brought to you by Viking Insurance and Realty in Mayville, your family-owned, locally owned insurance agency. First and 10 for the Patriots out of the timeout. Handoff, Bergstrom out to midfield. That's about all he's going to get.
Bergstrom on the carry. He brought down.
Gain of about 2. And North Prairie will use their second timeout. So timeout brought to you again by Viking Insurance and Realty in Mayville. We'll keep it right here as North Prairie has 1 timeout remaining. The Patriots have 2 timeouts remaining. That was a 2-yard run by Ethan Bergstrom. Bergstrom's run for 53 yards, Cantori 12, Mayhus 11, Satram 126. The North Prairie, most of their yards have come from Andre Elick and Xavier Mitchell today, but You go with what you got.
Right. Yeah, they started to diversify here in the end of that last drive, and that's what helped them. And they're recognizing this is a big series here. They need to stop. Mayport needs a first down.
Again, Cavalier awaits the winner of this game more than likely. As Cavalier had a pretty good lead on Tri-State. Have not seen an updated score from that game. Maybe we can get a quick glimpse while we have a chance. North Border defeats Wyoming Ledgerwood today, 24-6. North Border gets their first postseason win since 2011, and I think that might have been either Finley Sharon Hope Page or just Hope Page at that time. Because I remember Dan and I went up to Pembina and did that game in 2011. It's the only time I've called a game in Pembina. And it looks like I might be calling a game in Cavalier in a week. We'll find out in about 3 minutes and 5 seconds of game time. So it's 2nd and 8 for the Patriots. They lead by 10, 3:05 to go. Trips right on 2nd and 8. Quarterback keeper on the left side. Has a lead blocker. Satcham gets wrapped up from behind for a gain of about 5 yards and was brought down on the play by Holden Graham.
Brought down with about 4 yards to go. There is a timeout on the field, Cougars.
About a 4-yard carry for Sawyer Satcham. His 28th carry on the day for 130 yards. The Cougars have used their final timeout to keep the clock near the 3-minute mark. We're at 2:57. So North Prairie is now out of timeouts. Their best hope is if they can somehow stop the Patriots here on the drive. The Patriots are going to have 3rd and 4 at the North Prairie 46-yard line. Even with a stop, if you score, it's right now a 2-possession game, but the Patriots up 10 points at 54-44. It'd be awfully tough to come back, but it definitely could happen.
Well, they also proved that they can score very quickly already. So, this is it's got to be a 2-down series. I'm assuming, or 2-play series now for a coach. He's going to want this first down. But yeah, Mayport needs the first down here because they obviously, North Prairie has proven they can score very, very quickly, and you don't want to give them a chance. You want to take them out of it.
There's a couple playoff games I remember in the past where it looked like thought your team's going to win, and they lose it late on onside kicks and some quick touchdowns. Hankinson did that to Hillsborough. More than 10 years ago now, maybe 12, 13 years, something like that.
Yeah, never take your foot off the gas.
Larimore, they lost to eventual champ Ellendale Edgeley Cullum on a game that they seemed like they had the win in the playoffs. That was a few years ago. Run to the right side, and a first down for Sawyer Satcham. He's got just enough. Needed 4. He got 5 yards, and that's going to make it awfully tough now for North Prairie as they can't stop the clock. They're out of timeouts.
Yeah, that was big. Changed it up a little bit. Instead of running left, they ran right this time, and good athleticism, get that 5 yards they needed.
2:35 to play in this one. The Patriots have 1st and 10 at the North Prairie 41-yard line, and the Patriots have a 10-point lead, 54-44. 7 on the play clock, as Sawyer Satcham is going to wait to the last moment for the snap. Handoff. Bergstrom gets about 3 yards to the 38-yard line. And they'll keep the clock running.
Yeah. Smart running. Nice and patient. 2 hands on the ball. Get hit. Lean forward.
Now you're talking about 2 hands on the ball. We have seen a few fumbles today. We've seen 4 lost fumbles, but we've seen several fumbles that were held on to. Patriots, 1 giveaway and 3 takeaways.
Yeah, you got to win the battle on that, and Mayport's done well with that today. Those
2nd and 7.
Extra possessions are what is the difference.
At this point, yeah, when it's a 10-point ball game, certainly. 2nd and 7 for the Patriots. 10 on the play clock, minute 32 on the game clock. They're going to let that thing roll. 2 receivers right side, shotgun set. Satcham, keeper, finds a hole, 35-30. He's going to go 20. 10-5 touchdown. How about that, Jim?
It's exactly what they needed. North Prairie's just trying to stop. They're trying to stop the ball. They're trying to stop the run. They're putting everything up there they can. And man, you just have an athlete like that. Man, what a button to push.
6 rushing touchdowns for the quarterback Sawyer Satcham. I got him at 173 yards unofficially, And the Patriots go up 60-44. 23 first downs unofficially for the Patriots as well.
Exactly what Mayport needed to do, kind of close the door a little bit.
So it's 60-44, minute 15 on the clock. A 38-yard run by Mr. Satram. Single receiver right side is Kruger. Receiver left is trying to pick that up. And the round play, they go to the motion man. That was Jacob Strand that they tried to hand it to, and he stopped short of the goal line. So a minute 15 to play in this one. And on the Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard, the Patriots lead 60-44 over the Cougars on 99 KMSR. So the Patriots score, and they go 52 yards on the drive, get a 38-yard run from Satram. It's 60-44 Patriots, minute 15 to go. Now, I talked earlier at halftime how Grant County Flasher, they won the Region 4 championship in 9-man. They upset both Kidder County and Linton HMB in the regular season. Well, they got knocked off today by a team that was going in 4-4 record, TGU. 42-28 was the final.
Any given day.
Well, it's games like that that tell you, if the Patriots go to Cavalier in a week, anything's possible.
Oh, absolutely.
A bouncer that's going to get beyond the 40, down at the 30. It's picked up there. Mitchell, quick burst. He's already at midfield. There goes 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, and Mitchell, they're not going to catch him. He is into the end zone for a kickoff return touchdown, and with a minute 4 to go, it's 60-50, and guess what? They get a 2-point conversion here. It's a one-possession game. How about that?
I shake my head.
It was a bouncer that, takes a little time to get to him. He gets it, and he just goes. And Mitchell, he's got some wheels.
Absolutely does.
So kickoff return touchdown, Mitchell. Minute 4 to go. Now it's a 10-point game, and it could be an 8-point game if North Prairie can convert. Trips left, single receiver right. Back to throw. Now pitch it out. Right side. He got upended. Is he in, though? Yes. It's a 2-point conversion run in by Mitchell. And with a minute 4 to play on the Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard, the score is now Mayport CG 60, North Prairie 52. So North Prairie scores after the Patriot touchdown. You start to think maybe that's going to do it. Well, not so fast. Mitchell runs it up the field for a kickoff return touchdown of about 70 yards. And they get the 2-point conversion run in by Mitchell as well. So now it's an 8-point game. Patriots up 60-52. Onside kick attempt. There it is. Bounced around. Gets by Bergstrom. And we're waiting to see.
I think he fell on it. I think Bergstrom got it.
Waiting for the official word. There's a scrum down there, and Bergstrom did come out of the pile with the football.
Kick was recovered by Ethan Bergstrom. It's Patriot ball, 1st and 10.
And that should be the game. North Prairie's out of timeouts. But I don't want to put the cart before the horse.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Still have to snap it twice.
And that could be one of the plays of the game right there. Bergstrom able to hang on to it. So the Patriots have it at the 43-yard line. Minute 2 to go. The Patriots are up 8. And now victory formation is, we'll see a kneel down from Sawyer Satram. There it is. Clock will roll. Down to 55 seconds. They reset the play clock. They'll have to kneel it down one more time. Down to 48 seconds. Play clock at 33. There's no hurry here as the Patriots will wind her down.
And kudos to North Prairie. I tell you what, they never, ever gave up. Made it a game. Right up here to the end. They never gave up.
That's
kudos
phenomenal.
to them. Yep.
They got down. What was it? It was 54 to 28. And it ends up 60-52. There's the kneel down, which is going to wrap up the game. So the clock will wind down. And Mayport CG will survive this Saturday afternoon to move on in the 9-man football playoffs, which has got to feel good. The fact that they lost handily to St. John last year here at home in the opening round, and the Patriots in quarantine. Tough situation for them, and they're able to pick up the win here at home. So the Patriots more than likely will be on the road to Cavalier next Saturday in a game that we'll have for you. Final score here this afternoon, the opening round of the 9-man football playoffs. It's Mayport CG 60, North Prairie 52 on the Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cooperstown scoreboard. Our postgame show is next. Another high-scoring game for Mayport CG. It's been the theme of 2020 for them, and it sure is a lot of fun to watch. It's even more fun when you win, and the Patriots do it today 60-52, which is way more points than I expected today, and I should have known better.
Again, earlier when we talked about it, I was just going off of what the other, I looked at the other team's schedule and what they had done, and I guess I'm not surprised by it. Again, kudos to North Prairie for keeping at it, never giving up, and they made it a game at the end here.
Our post-game report starts off with a game summary, and it's brought to you by Christian Brothers Ford in Crookston. We'll give you the scoring summary, and it's going to take a while. Patriots score on a 57-yard drive, 31-yard touchdown run by Ethan Bergstrom. Satram runs in the two-point conversion, make it 8-0. Then Mayport CG, after an onside kick, they would get a short field, 36-yard drive, and it was Christian Cantori running from 6 yards for the score. The try failed, 14-0 Patriots. Still in the first quarter, after a fumble recovery by Cantori, Patriots on offense, 46-yard drive, got a 23-yard touchdown run from Sawyer Satram. Cantori runs it into two-point conversion, make it 22-0. And then North Prairie would get on the board with 1:23 to go in the first quarter. A 54-yard drive capped off on a 36-yard run by Andre Elick, the quarterback. The try failed, 22-6, Mayport CG. And that would be the score after a quarter. Patriots would score with 6:15 to go in the second quarter. On a 57-yard drive, they get a 1-yard touchdown run from the quarterback Sawyer Satram. And then the run failed on the two-point try, making it 28-6. North Prairie would score a 61-yard drive, an 18-yard touchdown play. Andre Elick finds Xavier Mitchell for the touchdown. And then Andre Elick runs in the two-point conversion to make it 28-14. Patriots extend the lead with a 50-yard drive, getting a 22-yard pass completion. Kruger from Satram. Satram runs it in for 2 to make it 36-14 Patriots with 2:08 to go in the half. Just over a minute later, North Prairie scores, this time a 55-yard drive. They get a 5-yard run from Andre Elick, who also runs in the two-point conversion. That came with 1:01 to go in the half and a 36-22 halftime lead for Mayport CG. In the second half, Patriots score after a fumble. North Prairie lost the ball on the first drive. Logan Kruger with a fumble recovery. Patriots go 42 yards on the drive, and they get a 3-yard touchdown run from Sawyer Satram. And the two-point attempt failed, making it 42-22 Patriots with 8:38 to go third quarter. North Prairie would turn it over again. This time Cantori knocked the ball loose, and Gavin Muse with the recovery. Patriots then at a real short field, an 18-yard drive. Satram runs it in from 11 for the touchdown. The run failed on the two-point attempt, making it 48-22. Just 13 seconds later, North Prairie would score on a one-play 61-yard drive. Mitchell runs it from 61. The run failed on the two-point attempt, 48-28 Patriots at that point. And then with 44 seconds to go in the third quarter, Mayport CG goes 47 yards on the drive. Satram from 4 yards runs it in. The run failed on the two, 54-28. Patriots had opened up a nice lead at that point. But North Prairie would claw their way back with 9:24 to go in the fourth quarter. Cougars go 64 yards, and they get a 10-yard touchdown run. That comes from Tyrell Yoder. And then Mitchell runs in the two-point conversion, making it 54-36 Mayport CG. North Prairie scores at 3:14 to go. This time a 77-yard drive, and a quick one at that, after a 68-yard pass completion that was caught, and down the field goes Mitchell. Andre Elick, the quarterback, runs it in from 9 yards for the score. Mitchell runs in the two-point conversion. All of a sudden, it's 54-44. But the Patriots score with 1:15 to go. There's a 52-yard drive, and Sawyer Satram runs it from 38 for the score. Two-point try failed. 60-44 Patriots. and thought that might be it. But North Prairie on the ensuing kickoff, about a 70-yard kickoff return touchdown for Mitchell. Mitchell runs it in for 2, and with 1:04 to go, it was 60-52 Patriots. Mayport CG recovered the onside kick attempt, so they were able to get a couple of kneel downs and finish it off. So Mayport CG survives and advances. They win today here at home over North Prairie by a score of 60-52. With the win, Mayport CG improves to 7-1. They'll likely end up in Cavalier next Saturday in the second round of the football playoffs, as Cavalier had a pretty big lead going up there over Tri-State. That game's still in progress. With the loss, North Prairie's season ends at 7-3. We'll have some numbers after this word from Christian Brothers Ford. All right, we'll go through some numbers here unofficially on both teams. First, for the visiting team, the North Prairie Cougars. Rushing stats for them: Andre Elick, the quarterback, eyed him 16 carries, 142 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Xavier Mitchell, the running back, 9 carries for 109 and a touchdown. Tyrell Yoder, 1 carry. That was a 10-yard score. Passing department for North Prairie: Andre Elick, 7 of 10 passing for 136 yards, including a touchdown. He connected 6 times with Xavier Mitchell, 128 yards and a touchdown. Logan Elick had 1 catch for 8 yards. North Prairie ran for 261 yards, passed for 136 for a total offense today of 397. Now for the Patriots. Sawyer Satcham led the way on the ground, 32 for 170 yards, 6 rushing touchdowns. Ethan Bergstrom, 9 carries, a rushing touchdown, and a total of 56 yards. Christian Cantori, 8 carries, 12 yards, and a touchdown. Noah Mayhews, 5 for 11 yards. Passing department, Sawyer Satcham, 14 of 24. 241 yards and a touchdown. Receiving today for the Patriots, Logan Kruger, 6 catches, 149 yards and a touchdown. Ethan Bergstrom, 5 catches for 50. Jordan Evans, a tight end, 3 catches, 42 yards. Patriots very balanced today. They ran for 249, passed for 241, total offense of 490. Patriots outgained the Cougars today 490 to 397. Patriots win on the scoreboard 60-52. First downs unofficially, Patriots had 23, North Prairie 13. Penalties, Patriots 75 yards to North Prairie's 40. Turnovers, Patriots 1, North Prairie 3. And those are the numbers. Game summary brought to you by Christian Brothers Ford in Crookston. Jim and I will wrap things up here from Droneberg Field right after this timeout. I think we can say, Jim, that Mayport CG is going to Cavalier next Saturday for a Halloween afternoon matchup.
There you go.
It's kind of exciting.
Absolutely. You know, back in the day, we used to play Cavalier quite often, so.
Oh, yeah, even back in the AA days.
Yeah, familiar field. And, they have a storied history of football just like Mayport CG does, so should be a good game.
So the Patriots at Cavalier next Saturday, which we'll have for you. My guess is the coverage will be Patriots again on 99 KMSR, and we'll have Hillsborough Central Valley in the playoffs. I think they'll probably end up playing, I think they'll host Watford City, and that'd be on KMAV 105.5 next Saturday. So we'll follow the Patriots and the Burros as far as they go. The Thompson Tommies, they lost today 43-6 at the hands of the two-time defending Class A state champs Langdon Edmore Munich. Well, before we wrap things up, Jim, our player of the game selections. They're brought to you by Mayville State University, where your success is closer than you think. Find out more at mayvillestate.edu. I think, there's a lot of guys who are key contributors for the Patriots today, but it all starts with the quarterback, Sawyer Satcham, does it not?
Absolutely. Everything's run through him, literally and figuratively, so, yeah, you got to give him the nod.
I had him for 6 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown. He's just involved in so many facets of the game, which if you're the quarterback, it makes sense. But, a guy like that, the talent, the athleticism, and he showed it once again today. We've seen it all year long. We saw it last year. We saw it last year between him and his brother. I almost think it was a competitive thing maybe between Sammy and Sawyer. Maybe not, but
I would assume it was. I'm sure their backyard football games are pretty intense growing up, so that's the way it goes. That's how you get better.
But I have him for 170 on the ground, 241 through the air. And there were other guys, honorable mention for the Patriots who came up, both offense and defense. You were talking about Christian Cantori and how hard he was playing today. the fumbles and the fumble recoveries. Cantori recovered a fumble and knocked the ball loose. It led to a Mayhus recovery. Kruger recovered a fumble. What about Kruger and his receiving yards today?
I was going to say, that was something I wasn't expecting, but what a difference it made, And, again, I think that was the difference in the game a little bit as well, as Mayport was able to spread it out to other people, whereas, North Prairie was a little bit two guys for the most part. So, and that kind of played out a little bit in the end too. Bergstrom
had a good game. You had guys like Arsvold and Fugelberg, especially on things like onside kicks, where they had a good job just handling the football.
That's right, because you make a mistake there, especially at the end. This is a different ball game. So absolutely
a great team effort. Our player of the game for the Patriots is Sawyer Satram. And for North Prairie, I think we're going to go with Andre Elick, the quarterback. He had 142 yards on the ground and a touchdown. He also threw for 136. They didn't throw a lot, but he threw well. He was 7 for 10.
Well. Yeah, he got the completions when he needed. Good athlete. We talked about that going in, and he proved that on the field as well. And everything that they did also ran through him. And great senior year for him. I'm sure he would love to continue to keep playing, but a good way to go out. He's a phenomenal athlete. So.
Quickly here, just see what other playoff scores we have. Shiloh Christian over Kenmare Bowbales-Brick Central today, 32-0. Kidder County beats Ray Powers Lake 44-26. In an upset, TGU over Grant County Flasher 42-28. Oaks shuts out Carrington 36-0. Surrey over Linton HMB 24-6. To me, that's got to be an upset. Linton HMB is a pretty good squad. Mm-hmm. Let's see what else we got. North Border over Winebeer-Lidgerwood 24-6. Big win there for North Border against a pretty scrappy Winebeer-Lidgerwood squad. Lisbon over Harvey Wells County 38-24, as the Broncos maybe got a little bit of a test today. They remain unbeaten. It was Langdon Edmore Munich over Thompson 43-6. In Double-A football, Kindred over Devils Lake 38-22. Hillsborough Central Valley lost at Valley City today, 14-12 was the final, I'm told. I haven't seen confirmation yet on that. So there you go. But full day of football, a lot of other scores will be coming in. Cavaliers leading late over Tri-State, which means if that holds up, which it should, Mayport CG will be on the road to Cavalier next Saturday, and we'll have that game for you. So we'll have Hillsborough Central Valley in action in the Double-A first round, and we'll have Mayport CG in the 9-man second round next Saturday on KMAV with HCV and 99 KMSR with Mayport CG. All right, our upcoming schedule. Tomorrow, full day of football. Here on 99 KMSR, Steelers-Titans at 11:30, followed by the Chiefs and Broncos. And on KMAV, it's Cowboys against the Washington football team at 11:30, followed by the Niners and Patriots, and then the Sunday night game, Seahawks and Cardinals. 5 games tomorrow for you. Monday, we got volleyball. Dan will have Drayton Valley Edinburgh at Finley Sharon Hope Page on KMAV. I'll be here on 99 KMSR for Hatton Northwood at Mayport CG at 7:30. And then we have Bears-Rams football on KMAV after volleyball. Tuesday, it's volleyball again. Larimore at Hatton Northwood. Dan has that one. I'll have Mayport CG at Thompson here on 99 KMSR. Check KMAV.com for the sports broadcast schedule. It's been kind of a lighter last 2 weeks for us as far as calling games because of the pandemic and quarantines and positive cases. And so a lot of postponements. And this coming week is a catch-up week. We've got a ton of stuff. We're going to be busy.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Not for that reason, but, it's always nice to be busy, and hopefully that stuff stops and we can just continue on and roll on through football and volleyball and then start talking basketball here soon.
We've been fortunate to get as far as we have. I truly believe that and hope that will continue.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too.
Well, Jim, it's been fun having you along yet again, and you've been good luck, when calling Patriot football.
Telling you, they're maybe want me to travel with. I don't know. Who knows? I apologize for that one loss. I didn't get it down there to see the game. You never know. I enjoyed it. It's fun. I enjoy working with you. So thanks for inviting me. Appreciate it.
Well, not only did they lose by 30 against Lemoore, you weren't there, and that was possibly the reason.
I don't know. Yeah. Don't pop my tires.
Oh, geez. Don't give anyone. You're giving people ideas now. Thanks again, Jim, and want to thank all of our sponsors along the way. We couldn't do it without them. We ask you to please patronize our sponsors. At the very least, stop in and thank them. They're the ones who make these sports broadcasts possible. I tell you what, we cannot do it without the sponsors, and that's what keeps things going for the radio coverage of all the games that you hear on KMAV and 99 KMSR. From Jeromeburg Field on the campus of Mayville State University, for KMSR, for Jim Morowski, I'm Craig Keating. Have a good night.